When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling because you'll know that you're in love.
Tap water often contains harmful chemicals and additives. When you call for your free water test from Hiller, we'll show you exactly what's in your water and how to remove it. Enjoy cleaner, healthier water in your home. Visit happyhiller.com to schedule your free in-home appointment today.
Call the happy face truck today.
In debt? In too deep? Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union says, stop treading water and get out of the deep end. If you've got debt, make a splash and come get some cash. If Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union can refinance your car, boat, camper, motorcycle, credit cards, personal or home loan, they'll pay you up to $500. So come take the plunge right now. Refinance your loans. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union will pay you. 5 convenient locations. Visit atfcu.com. Equal housing lender.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain event.
Guess what time it is? My time. You can check your iPhone. Better say it's our time.
With your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 pounds and a Ric Flair.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America, 865-255-03. It is, no, it's not game day, not yet. Almost is game day. One day into kickoff, it is Friday, the best day of the week, 3 minutes past the top of the hour. Ben McKee, Jason Swain here with you. Our telephone number is 865-255-03, and the hotline is already packed. Benjamin, I like your orange this morning, man. Big Orange Friday. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. That is why I'm wearing the orange, because it is Big Orange Friday. Tomorrow is game day. We made it through the offseason. We made it through the offensive coordinator search. We made it through the summer. We made it through the Aubrey Solomon debacle. We kind of made it through the Trey Smith situation. So I'm ready to just play some football and talk X's and O's and break down games and not off the field stuff. I know a lot of people feel the same way as I do.
Andy is waiting on the B-Dry Waterproofing Hotline. Let's get to Andy, and then we have our guy Seth Stokes on with us. It is Friday, best day of the week, and Tennessee plays some college football tomorrow. We got some college football yesterday. Clemson had a game. I don't know about the other team. BYU, Utah, UCLA, Cincinnati. Got some good games that we will go over at some point during the show. But first, let's wrap with our guy Andy. Andy, good morning.
What's up?
What's up?
Man, I tell you what, it's starting to settle in by tomorrow. Ooh, we about to serve Georgia State on a plate.
Well, that is true, Andy.
First off,
Okay.
I want to give a big shout out to Neelam Mafia. That's some badass skills. Not everybody has rhyme skills like that. You know, that takes a lot of time. And he hit it. He hit it right on the money. I really enjoyed that. I told him yesterday. I was like, man, that was awesome.
Are you gonna try to be his agent?
I have to do a collabo.
No. You just represent him. You get 2% or 3% of whatever he makes.
I know that, but I like to write too.
Oh, so Andy, you spit some rhymes from time to time too? Is that what you're saying?
I have a couple of times. I ain't never really on the radio, but you know, I wrote something a little bit for Neelam Mafia yesterday. He said it was pretty legit.
Okay. Hey, but, man, this is not freestyle Friday on the Swain event. Y'all can't use the show to try to get a record deal now. Don't use me, Andy. Don't use me, and then forget about us when you go big.
Nah, I just do it for fun. But neither Mafia, he sounds like he enjoys it though.
Yeah, he had a good time.
That's what it's all about, you know. A little bit of something that I read this morning. I was on Twitter. VR2 Vol Nation Reports talked to Linus Whitehead, and he said that he was excited this weekend to see how the fans act in the atmosphere.
Okay.
And I'm sitting here like, man, you have no idea what you're about to experience. Like, it will be a surprise if he's just like, you know what? I ain't taking no more visits. I'm going to go ahead and just make that move. And I hope he does. And then Noah Sewell, one of my buddies, he makes edits. Josh Turn Me Up Designs, and he's very, very talented to detail. And Noah Sewell, man, he loved it. And I'm sitting here like, if it only happens in the future, that would be huge. I'm just excited to see how the team tomorrow, how they handle things, and if they do get behind, how they fight.
Andy, it's Georgia State.
I know.
Andy, it's Georgia State, man.
This is what I want. I want us to beat them so bad that the rest of the team start worrying.
Rest of what team?
I don't care if we score 80 tomorrow.
That's what I would like. I would like to score that, Andy. Thanks so much, Andy. Andy, it's Georgia State, man. Relax.
What time's the BYU game next Saturday?
Like, I'm hyped for Tennessee football. It's Georgia State, Andy.
I know. I'm like you. I'm hyped for Tennessee football, but I'm not hyped for Tennessee Georgia State.
Yeah, man. Let's get to Seth. Seth, sorry about that, man. Good morning.
Oh, you're good, man. It's always good to hear Andy first thing in the morning.
Andy's hyped.
He is ready to go. You know what? I don't blame him, man. We've been waiting, a long time for Tennessee to suit up against someone that's not in orange and white. So you be hyped, Andy.
That's
it's
right.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, this freestyle, we might need to hear this freestyle one day. Seth, today was not the day, though. But we may need to hear this freestyle.
No. Let's freestyle on a bye week.
Yeah, on a bye week.
Or after we beat Florida.
Yeah.
There you go. That works, too. There's going to be a whole bunch of B-Rads coming on.
Stokes, we here, man. We got football last night. We got Cincinnati, UCLA. We got Clemson playing football yesterday. I don't know who the team they were playing against because that team didn't show up. And then what else? What else we got? We got
Utah, BYU.
Utah and BYU. Night. That's right.
Texas A&M
handled their business against Texas State as they should have. UCF made a statement and an example of Florida A&M. My goodness, 62-0.
What about Minnesota?
I did not actually see anything about that game other than, and this is already old and on my nerves. You know how things hop on my nerves. They're just scrolling through Twitter. Oh, Minnesota pulls out the Philly special. And I saw, my guy, friend of the show, Barrett Sallee, tweet out, it's not the Philly special. This play is 2-point play. It's been in everybody's playbook for years. Stop calling it the Philly special.
Yeah. Minnesota barely escaped South Dakota State yesterday. So, but this is what we expect, though.
On the boat broken.
Yeah, this is what we expect, though, Seth. Let's not fake the funk because this may happen to us tomorrow. There's going to be some sloppy football. Okay.
Yes.
This is the first time that Tennessee is going to play against someone other than themselves. This is the first time that our linebackers will hit someone else wearing a different jersey than us. It's not like we have hit for 3 straight weeks of taking our own guys to the ground. So there may be some sloppy tackling. I hope not. Timing with the wide receivers, maybe the running game. There's going to be something that may be a little bit off. I hope it's not, but if I'm being realistic, I'm expecting that because this typically happens first game of the season. But what I need to see, and that's my question to you, Stokes and Ben, is what do you need to see? What do you want to see? But what I need to see, what I want to see is the energy at an all-time high. I want to see juice inside the locker room. I want to see juice on the sidelines, at least for the first couple possessions, right?
No doubt about it.
Yeah, at least for the first couple possessions, because after you realize that these guys don't belong on the same field as you physically, it's kind of hard to keep that juice up like you're playing Florida or Georgia. I understand that. I want to see clean football. I don't want to see pre-snap penalties. I don't want to see drop passes or missed assignments, things like that. I just want us to play just a clean football game against a team that shouldn't press you to not play clean. So, Stokes, I'll start with you. Then we'll get to Ben. What do you want to see tomorrow, man? It don't have to be in between the white lines. It can be anything. But what do you want to see tomorrow, first game of the season?
For me, as far as on the field, football is concerned, I want to see domination on both lines of scrimmage. Tennessee should be getting constant pressure on this quarterback, and he can run and he can throw, but I want to see Tennessee make him run. Like, pressure the quarterback. You can't get pressure on this quarterback. Things are, there's an issue there, and I need to see Tennessee's offensive line kind of impose their will a little bit. I know that's a unit that's had a lot of heat on them the past year or two. They've really got to go out and impose their will against a Georgia State team that should not be able to slow them down in the rushing attack. I mean, and I know we're talking last season stats, but last season Georgia State ranked 123rd in the country in rush defense. I think they were giving up 250-something yards a game.
So we should run all day.
We should run all day.
We should run like Forrest Gump did in the movie, where he just ran. I'm talking about the football game, not the other part where he ran like across the country. But that would be cool too. But I mean, Ty Chandler running past the goalpost into the tunnel, like he should run that much. Like everyone should run that much.
There should be no shortage of big plays on the ground, and also they run if I'm not mistaken, they run a 3-4, and they're very undersized. So pass protection really shouldn't be an issue. They're going to be fairly quick, but pass protection should be an issue. You should not see the middle of this offensive line get collapsed in. I just want to see the offensive line and the defensive line really hold their own and impose their will like an SEC unit is supposed to do. Outside of on the field, like I expect some missed tackles and stuff like that. First game, you're playing some there's going to be some youth out there on the field. Those things are going to happen. You're going to have a miscue or two. I don't expect a perfect game. It's just not going to happen. But those are the things I expect on the field. Off the field, I expect the fans to be juiced. I expect high energy from the fans. I expect the vault walk to be packed. I expect the stadium to look good, sound good, at least for the first half before it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Like, all this talk and stuff about being super excited and ready to go and, Tennessee fans are the best, the Vols Twitter undefeated, all this stuff. Better show up and prove it.
Ben, what do you want to see, man? What do you want to see on tomorrow? It could be anything.
There's 3 things that I am looking for. The first one is obviously the play at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, as Stokes mentioned. I am of the belief that the offensive line and the defensive line will make or break Tennessee's season. They will be the difference in Tennessee winning 6 games or Tennessee winning 8 games this year. I 100% believe that. So I am interested to see if they can dominate a team like Georgia State like they should. Even if Tennessee football is down, they should always dominate Georgia State in the trenches. The last 2 years in games against UMass and Charlotte and ETSU, that has not been the case. So that will be the number one thing I am looking for, because if they do show up and dominate, it will make me feel much better going into the BYU game, going into the Florida game, about how they can perform. And then I think number 2 is the backup quarterback. Who's the first quarterback off the bench? And Jeremy Pruitt said earlier this week that it's probably a quarterback battle that could carry 2, 3, 4, 6 weeks into the season. Neither of the two, between Brian Maurer or JT Shaw, have separated themselves. But obviously, if Jarrett goes down or has to come out for a play because his helmet falls off, somebody has to go in. They can't throw both guys in there. So I will be interested to see who is the first quarterback off the bench. And then on top of that, how do they perform? And I hope that Tennessee can get out to a big enough lead to where they can play both guys, and both guys have a chance to go out there and really do some things. And then the third one is just I'm ready to see all the newness at each level of offense and of the defense, except for the quarterback position. But even the quarterback position, because you'll throw a backup in there, there's newness. There's newness at each position. And then off the field, there's newness with the coaching staff and Derek Ansley, T. Martin, Jim Chaney. I'm interested to see how all the newness works together. It'll be the first game, so as you mentioned, it will be sloppy, but that is something that I am excited to see.
Please tell me, Ben, that you have watched the movie Little Giants.
Yes.
Okay. Whew. Boy, I had one of those Denzel Washington GIF moments where I almost had a heart attack. Boy, whoo! I'm glad you watched Little Giants. There's one team that was physically just superior to the other, right? Mm-hmm. And then the Little Giants had to win with their brains and kind of outsmart the opponent that was bigger, faster, stronger, whatever. Well, this football game, think about it like the Little Giants. If you're the Tennessee, you know that Georgia State, they don't have a chance to win if they play you straight up. So you should be expecting tricks. You should be expecting, different formations and motions to try to test your eye discipline, to try to test your assignment. That's what you expect. So Tennessee, going into this game, they can't beat you straight up. The only way they can win if you beat yourself. And even if you beat yourself, you probably still win by 2 points. That's how superior you are physically to a team like Georgia State. We'll take our first break of the day here on the Swain event. We got our guy Seth Stokes on the phone with us. Yeah, man. One day into kickoff. Leonard Little days. Jalen Hurd days. Jason Witten days. Michael Pilardi days. That's all I got. Be right back.
Kongwa.
I'm good. Go to break.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Hey y'all, check it out. Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue has a brand new happy hour special right now that you don't want to miss. Get $2 off of their fantastic barbecue queso appetizer from 2 to 4 p.m. That's queso loaded with your choice of pork, chicken, or brisket and served with Frito scoops. And for the rest of the month, check out their new Pig and Peaches salad for $11. This thing is loaded with salad mix, grape tomatoes, fire-roasted peaches, pickled red onions, pork belly burn-ins, goat cheese, and topped with a delicious balsamic vinaigrette. Dead End Barbecue. The barbecue surge is over.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. You pull over, step out of your car, and the next thing you know, you're being arrested for driving under the influence. Now what do? We all should be responsible. But remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza at 865-540-8300. The investigative teams at the Garza Law Firm know the justice system inside and out. They utilize cutting-edge technologies and investigative methods to prepare your specific case. Before you plead guilty to any criminal charges, call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza. Put his number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty. Say Garza. 865-540-8300. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
The year's going by so fast. The good news is it's football season. The bad news is, well, there's a bunch of stuff you still need to do this year, like get a health checkup. I recommend Low T Center. You can get all of your levels checked with a $99 complete health assessment. Low T Center exclusively treats men, and they make it quick and easy. Plus, it's covered by most health insurance. Call 865-392-1388, or you can schedule your appointment online at lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hey there, Swain event listeners. It's football time in Tennessee. While you're cheering on the Vols, you might be thinking, I would love to buy a home with a great place to entertain for games. Or maybe you're thinking, I'm tired of hosting all of these people at my house and we don't need all this space anymore. Whatever your plans may be, when you are ready to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, call me, Jennifer Morris, at Keller Williams Realty, 865-694-5904, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com, and go Vols.
You're listening to the Swain event.
And you know this, man?
There's things that you try in life and you realize, okay, that's not a good idea. I'm not gonna do that anymore. You know, it may be a recipe. It may be, Stokes, back in Stokes days, he used to drive cars really fast, kind of like in the movie Tokyo Drift. Did I just make that up, Stokes? Is that true?
No, that's true. There was a time back in my youth when I like to grip it and rip it as far as cars went.
Yeah. I mean, we make mistakes, man. We do things one time. We're like, we're not gonna do that. I remember like back in the day, I decided to like try a dip. It was the worst decision ever. Like what? No, this is not for me. This is yucky. This is terrible.
There's been a lot of things in life that I've like. I would probably try that once. Just to see, but that has never been one of them. Ever.
Yeah, skydiving, that's not happening. Petting a bear, nope, that's not happening. There's certain things I'm not gonna do, but I'll try some things here and there. Georgia Tech tried something yesterday. They were lifting weights before the game on the field. Don't do that anymore. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see Georgia Tech lifting weights on the field before the game? Like
I did.
David Pollock was out of his mind on the sideline. He was so confused about what was happening.
Y'all getting ready to play a game.
I have kind of followed Jeff Collins since he took over at Georgia Tech for Paul Johnson, and I've kind of liked what I've heard from him and the energy he's bringing and stuff like that. I think it's been positive and wanting to do a better job of branding and stuff like that. All positive things, all things Georgia Tech needs. Then I saw that. And I was like, doing? What are you doing? Like, you look like a dude who would carry a Waffle House cup around thinking he's a football coach by having him do that. Like, that was a try-hard moment.
Wait, what'd you say?
Oh, yeah. Oh, so Stu really likes Waffle House.
I mean, hey.
And in every interview he does, every time you see this man, typically he's holding a Waffle House cup, like in everything.
I mean,
everything. Like Saban with his, was it Dr. Pepper or whatever it is, he got up on the podium every day. Every time he does a interview.
Coke. You mix some Dr. Pepper with Kirby.
Excuse me. Jeff Collins does that with Waffle House.
I mean, listen, I like Jeff Collins. I really do.
I do too.
I do. And I like how they are branding and marketing Atlanta, the whole 404 culture. I think that's cool, whatever. And they're right downtown. Yeah. And the campus is beautiful. Where they are is beautiful. It's great. And if you're a Tennessee fan, of course you want Georgia Tech to be successful because there's Georgia's rival, okay?
Exactly. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, man, for sure. So, like, I don't not like Georgia Tech or Jeff Collins, but they came out super flat yesterday. You're playing the defending champions. You came out flat and absolutely scared in that game yesterday. I watched that game. I watched UCLA. I don't know what Chip Kelly's doing. Can Chip Kelly coach football anymore?
He's failing.
Dude, he fell off, man.
His quarterback did him no favors.
Yeah, his quarterback's not good, but he's not helping. Like, he's not it as a coach right now.
And I know it's the first game, Stokes, but, like, we have watched Chip Kelly since he has left Oregon. He had one good season there with Philadelphia. He caught the NFL by storm. And then since then, it's been downhill. It's like when Vanilla Ice came out with Ice Ice Baby, and everything after that was not Ice Ice Baby at all.
Correct. A lot of those early 90s rappers were that way. They had that one hit.
One hit.
Nothing.
That one hit. That was it.
Well, I mean, it's proving that if Chip Kelly's team is not the fastest team on the field, his system does not work. And if his quarterback doesn't execute properly, which in most offenses, that's the way it goes. Quarterback touches the ball more than anybody else on the field. Every single play the offense is out there, quarterback's touching it outside of a wildcat formation. But if he doesn't have the best overall team speed and a QB who can run that successfully and be a threat passing and running consistently, it doesn't work at all. I mean, Cincinnati made them look foolish, and that quarterback, like Vince said, did them no favors. A lot of stupid mistakes, a lot of dumb between the ears, use your head for something other than a hat rack type of mistake.
Andy, Titans Bill. That's what I'm thinking of when you just said that.
I was channeling my inner Titans Bill with that.
Oh yeah, man, Titans Bill.
He played like a punk and a clown.
So DR Vol sent us a text. Let's get this done so that way. Ella Marie hears this. Ella Marie, happy birthday. DR Vol's daughter's turning 7 tomorrow, and we're not going to be on air tomorrow, so we want to wish Ella Marie, who's listening, happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! 865-250-503 is the number to the B-Dry Waterproofing Hotline. Seth Stokes is on the line with us.
You're right. Georgia Tech, they came out flat. They had some bright spots as the game went on. Like, you had a couple of turnovers that you picked Trevor Lawrence off a couple of times, couldn't do anything with it, really. The running backs ran hard. A good amount of yak for those guys. They've got a ways to go. I mean, they were throwing out some numbers before the game. Like when Jeff Collins arrived on campus, they had no tight ends. They had 13 running backs and no tight ends because of Paul Johnson's system. Like, they're trying to do something with players that aren't built to do that right now. It's going to be a little bit. The branding thing and all that stuff is hopefully will work in their favor to get that ball rolling. But also, Clemson's just good. They didn't even play their best, cleanest game, and they're good.
They're good. They're good, no doubt about it. But you can tell Georgia Tech was a little shell-shocked, and they did not help themselves. I mean, you had a pick-six opportunity. You got walked down by Trevor Lawrence. I don't care about an angle. You're a corner, make a miss and go score. And then you couldn't go put it in the end zone. So Georgia Tech didn't do themselves any favors at all. But, yeah, Clemson is good, and they will be good for a very long time.
Didn't in a practice or something, we had a DB get hawked by Justin Worley.
Did that happen? I don't remember.
I think it did.
Well, yeah. Well, that explains things. And Jeff Collins is going to take time to get his personnel.
Yeah.
BYU, Utah. I tried to watch the whole game. I couldn't. I fell asleep. Ben, you said you were going to watch the whole entire game. Did you?
I made it to the end of the third quarter, which is all I needed to see. Apparently, they had a lightning delay, and it did not go off until 2:30 our time.
That's when I called it a night. Was once the weather delay hit, it was 1:15. I said, "Yeah, I'm done."
Yeah, BYU was impressive in the first half, but then the wheels came off the bus in the second half. I thought. The offense was a little shaky. I'm more so speaking to their defense. I thought their defense was impressive in the first half, and then the wheels fell off in the second half.
I like the red and blue combination. I think Tennessee and Alabama should do that every single year, wear the home jerseys. I thought that was really cool to see on television. Yeah, for the first half, watching BYU and Utah, I was like, ooh, man, Tennessee better play clean.
BYU was swarming to the football and hitting Utah. And that Utah team is very, very good. So, as you say, Tennessee better show up and play clean, or else it may not go in Tennessee's favor, unfortunately.
Got to play a clean game in that game next week. But, talent prevailed, and the best team won that game yesterday. It's the first game of the season, so you don't want to draw any conclusions that's too strong. We'll see what happens tomorrow for Tennessee and Georgia State. But it was cool to see Tennessee's next opponent, who is not a cupcake, play yesterday, so we can get a chance to kind of see how they're going to play against us and kind of their personnel and how they play the game. The Pac-12 is terrible this year. I don't think I remember another year where a conference was just this bad entering the season. Well, the Pac-12 is terrible. Utah has a chance to win that whole thing and possibly get to the college football playoff. Maybe they didn't play well against BYU. Maybe BYU's better than what people will expect. I don't know. I think we'll know more next week when Tennessee plays BYU. 865-250-503. Stokes, anything to add there?
And not really. I don't know what was more entertaining, watching that game or watching some of the dudes on Twitter try to find all the info they could about BYU's quarterback's mom. There's a lot of thirsty dudes on Twitter last night once she showed up on camera.
Was she good looking?
I mean, she wasn't bad, but she wasn't like, these dudes were acting like Musburger when he saw homeboy's girlfriend in the stands that night.
Catherine Webb, is that her name?
Yeah.
She's not Catherine Webb.
Yeah. I feel like moms and wives are kind of off limits, but I did see Dan Mullen's wife greet the Florida players.
That was what in the world?
That's a little different. I'll just say that. That's different.
There's something about players and coaches' wives in the state of Florida. If I'm not mistaken, did Jimbo and his wife separate?
Easy, Stokes.
But then again, hey. Then again, there was some rumor. I'll say some rumor and innuendo, so to speak, of one Layla kissing and some players and some recruiting tactics here in Tennessee when Lane was here. So,
oh man.
We're not completely innocent of a coach's wife being a little weird with some players. That was blatant. That was out on Front Street. What Mrs. Mullins was doing.
Yeah, that was weird. The players were coming to the locker room and a lot of smooches on the cheek and things of that nature. It just looked weird. She was really, really, really friendly, and I don't know what's going on there. It just looked weird. I know one thing that's never happened when I played Tennessee, but yeah, I kind of think we should stay clear of the wives and
that was weird.
Mama.
Yeah, she did
comments.
the same thing at Mississippi State. They referred to her as Mama Mullins, and
it was just uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was.
Not only was she kissing him on the cheek and hugging him, which if you want to give him a hug, that's fine, whatever. But the kiss on the cheek was a little weird. But then she would grab some of them by the cheek and put her forehead on their forehead and talk to them real close and it was just real weird.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the mom that kiss that or the dad. Actually, it reminds me of Tom Brady kissing his son in the mouth. That's what it reminds me of. Yep, that's what it means. That's what it reminds me of.
Is that Florida's version of the chip dip player of the week?
I guess, man. I guess. Swain event. Feel about that damn barbecue. I'm moving on, man. Y'all can get us in trouble.
Speaking of former Tennessee coaches, Tyson Helton, what are you doing, my man?
Ooh.
Western Kentucky loses to Central Arkansas, an FCS program, 35-28 in Tyson Helton's first game as a head coach. He was up 28-14 going into the fourth quarter, and then Central Arkansas scores 3 touchdowns in the fourth to win that game. Ugh. And they led 14-0 to begin the game.
I bet Western Kentucky fans want to ship Tyson Hilton back to Knoxville.
Oh, they do. Go look at the Twitter mentions. It's hilarious.
Yeah, we good, Western Kentucky fans. We good.
Well, we'll keep Cheney.
We good. No, y'all take him. No, y'all take him. No, y'all take him. No, you take him. We insist. No, we insist. You take him.
We'll pay you to take him.
We good. We got an offense coordinator with Jim Cheney. We good. No
He worked
refunds.
just fine when he was here. Just gotta just wiggle the wires a little bit. It'll come back on. It's fine.
We had a couple of Tennessee tie-ins to last night's college football games. You had Monterio Hardesty and Marco Osborne playing/coaching at Charlotte. They beat Gardner Webb 49-28. Will Healy took his shirt off in the post-game locker room celebration. That was all over Twitter. And then Jim McElwain picked up his first win at Central Michigan, and his starting quarterback, Quentin Dormady.
He didn't take his shirt off, did he?
No, thankfully. Fool
Okay,
boy.
good.
He looks like he's actually slimmed down, though, based off of what I saw him walking around the sideline. But Quentin Dormady.
Sharks are a workout.
Stop.
Quentin Dormady started for Central Michigan. That's a weird tie-in. Quentin Dormady, the former Tennessee quarterback, starting for the former Florida head coach in that coach's first game at Central Michigan. Dormady had a nice game, 27-37, 285 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Good.
And then you had not BYU, but UAB. They played last night and beat Alabama State barely, 25-19. So had a lot of Tennessee tie-ins last night. Obviously had BYU and SEC games.
You know what type of store you're about to deal with when you walk into the store and there's a big old sign out front that says no refunds and all sales are final?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about Tyson Hilton. Nope. You took it from us.
You break it, you buy it.
All sales are final. You can't return them. Western Kentucky, he is yours now. All sales are final. No refunds. No refunds.
Good luck.
Oh, man. Swain event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Stay with us. Be right back.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
We have all made the mistake of dropping or breaking our smartphones. See? But did you know that you can have it repaired for a fraction of the cost that it takes to replace it? Well, you can, because iDrop is the area's leading mobile repair store, home of the 1 hour or less phone repair, 1 year parts warranty, and #1 customer service. Broken screens, cracked cameras, charging ports, batteries, you break it, we'll fix it. If you didn't break your phone, protect it with one of our leading accessories such as LifeProof, OtterBox, UAG, Incipico, Caseology, and Spec. Visit our West Hills location at 7115 Kingston Pike between Office Depot and Hardee's, or call 865-888-9740 and speak with our trained technicians to see how we can get your phone working today. We all know that Vol Nation is all over the country. Traveling to games is a fun time for the entire family, but deciding where to stay can be a bit stressful. That's where the Big Orange Faithful at the Hampton Inn downtown come in. General Manager Stephen Lawrence and his team go over and beyond to make sure that you have the best stay in their brand new rooms. They have the cleanest rooms in the game, which include flat screen, microwave, and fridge. Not to mention breakfast is included in the room rate. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the best part. The Hampton Inn downtown is less than a mile from Neyland Stadium. While you're planning your game day trips, be sure to check out Hampton Inn online at hamptoninn.com and search Knoxville. Book Hampton Inn downtown today.
Craving flavors that don't take hours in the kitchen? Mrs. Grissom's cheese spreads and chicken salads are the perfect go-to. Ready-to-eat meals and snacks found in the meat or dairy section at your local grocery store. Whether you crave the classic Mrs. Grissom's pimento cheese or the gluten-free select varieties like the cranberry pecan chicken salad, enjoy small-town flavor in every bite. Select the best. Select Mrs. Grissom's.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com. We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
You're listening to the Swain Event.
And you know this, man.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. And hour one is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. HappyHiller.com, home of transparency pricing. True transparency pricing, where you know the cost of each part and the job up front. And that cost will be cheaper than the other guys. That is HappyHiller.com. One day into kickoff. Stokes, Ben, I need you guys to be honest with me.
Jason Swain days away.
I think you guys are really good friends of mine, okay? Here's a test. Here's a test. I need you guys to tell me the truth. Am I wrong for saying I'm good? Let's go to break when you said Jonathan Combo days away from kickoff. Am I wrong for that?
I'm going to be honest. You were kind of wrong for that.
Why am I wrong for that?
Because he tried really hard his last year here, and he got hurt when he was actually starting to turn a corner and improve. He made a big play against Auburn, and you know, he had a pick six.
He did. Yeah. Great game.
Time here, you know, the guy, while he came with a lot of hype, didn't live up to the hype. Some of the hype fans put on him unfairly. Some of it he put on himself with his little workout videos. And his little trash talk, and I get it.
Yeah.
But like he didn't do anything wrong while he was here. He just wasn't good because he had only played football for like 2 years in his life, 2 or 3 years before he got here.
All right.
But he started to come around and was having a decent year last year before he got hurt and ended his career. So yeah, I think that was a little harsh, man. I gotta say that was a little hard.
Let me ask you, Stokes. What number did he wear when he was balling out last year for Tennessee?
When he number one?
No, 99.
Or he changed numbers.
Yeah, he changed numbers. Yeah,
Okay, well, if in that case, because he had changed, I forgot he had changed numbers.
Yeah,
that's a little different. Still a little harsh, but that's a little different because he didn't end his career as a number one.
That's my only thing. You had better days in 99, so
that's right.
Yeah, I think we should remember him as 99 instead of remembering him as 1 because
could he be a slash a 99 slash 1? Or are we going to have to? Or is there no? It's black or white. It's 99 or it's 1.
I mean, you can do what you want to. I just it's like when it's like when Kevin Simon, Kevin Simon wore 5 and he wore 2, but he was a baller in both. Montario Harsley wore 34, but he was a baller in 2.
Right.
You know, Jared Riggs wore 31. He's a baller in 31, and he was a pretty dang good player in 21. So, like, guys just changed numbers. Jonathan Combo was not good in 1, but he was okay and pretty good in 99. So
yeah, he had a pick 6 in number 1, but he had his best overall ball consistently in number 99. So,
yes.
yeah, I guess number 1 is bad combo, number 99 is good combo. So, I guess we'll let it slide.
Yeah, that's why I said I was good. That's why I didn't want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why, man. I was actually trying to be nice, but it sounded like I was a butthead.
It sounded funky, man.
and you know what kind of friend? You know what kind of friend Bid is? He tried to set me up. He threw me across the middle. He tried to set me up. He ain't slick.
He led you across the middle.
He did.
To get lit up.
Hey, Jonathan Combo days. Jonathan Combo days. He knows it ain't Jonathan Combo days. That was 3 months ago.
You know I was over here fronting too about it. I didn't even remember he switched numbers.
What kind of friend is Ben, man? He gonna set you up for the okie doke. It's Jonathan Combo days. No, it's not. No, it's not Jonathan Combo days. That was in July or August or June or May or April. One of the 2. I don't know. It ain't now.
It's also Reginald McKenzie days away.
Yeah, you right about that.
Khalil wore number 1 for a season.
No. They in the same boat, brother.
Friend and she was real nice.
They in the same boat, man. They in the same boat.
I prefer to describe it as Michael Pilardi days away from it being football time.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, but it's not
party like a Pilardi party.
That's right.
Pilardi like a rock star, baby.
It's not Khalil McKenzie. It is not Jonathan Combo days away. They started in 1. Big linemen don't look good at number 1. I'm sorry. You need to go back to 99 or some other number.
I agree with that.
What, did Ben set me up?
I set you up.
Yes, Ben set you up.
Now, which number 1 do y'all think of first, though, in all seriousness? All the guys, all the great players who have worn number 1, which is the first player that comes to mind for you all?
I'll let Stokes go first.
For me, honestly, and Swain's my guy, and he knows I've got nothing but love for him. But growing up, Leonard Little was that dude for me. Like, I idolized Leonard Little. And one of the coolest things that I got to do while I was in Knoxville was watch the Georgia game back in, I think, 2013 with Leonard Little.
Yep.
And that was surreal, even though it was not the outcome we all wanted, but still. So when I first hear number 1 is Leonard Little, then I think Swain, then I think Witten, then I think Pilardi, honestly.
Stokes, I was wondering why you was watching Leonard Little watch the game more than watch the game yourself.
Okay, it wasn't that. That sounds creepy, man. You said it like that. It wasn't anything like that. It was set people up for a okey doke. My goodness. My goodness.
Hey, Ben set me up. I'm setting you up, man. I'm throwing you across the middle.
What you doing?
Now, were ribs provided at this watch party?
Say what?
Were ribs provided at this watch party?
Nah, man. I ain't have my smoker.
I'm just saying it could have been a rough day for Stokes watching Leonard Little watch football and eating ribs with a fork.
Oh, man. See that, Stokes? He on you, man. He on you.
No, I'm just messing with you, Stokes.
He on you.
Now, who do you think of first, Wayne?
I think of Leonard Little first.
Okay.
No, absolutely. Now, we have a family friend who wore like number 1 in the 70s, who played Tennessee, who lives in Huntsville, Alabama, actually. And I didn't know he wore number 1 until like after my playing days was over. So that's pretty cool. But my first thought is Leonard Little, no doubt about it. I remember the first time I met him, I was in Atlanta. It was, I want to say 2007 or somewhere around there. And I had a Seth Stokes moment. Like, I was watching him sit at a bar, chill. I was like, "No, that's Leonard Little. Wow, that's Leonard Little, man. That's amazing." And now he's a good friend. And anytime I text him, we text him right back. Like, he's like big brother, and one of the coolest, most down to earth human beings you'll ever meet. Leonard's like cool. I mean, he let Seth Stokes watch the game with him.
Well, it sounds like he let Stokes watch him watch the game.
Our RV, so we kind of let him watch the game with us.
No, Stokes, that's not how it
Still
works,
owes
man.
me. I made a bet with him years ago. He still owes me lunch.
What does he owe you? What happened?
Remember we bet when the Falcons and the Rams were playing, and we bet a meal at an establishment in Knoxville, and he ain't never pay up.
So what you gonna do? Hey,
Not a thing.
Hey, my mama gave me
Not
that
a-
chain.
Not a thing. Dude looks like he can still play.
Hey, Leonard, you remember that time, I won that bet and, you kind of owe me. So can you, is it okay if you honor that bet, please?
Last
sir?
year in Charlotte, I saw him, and, I thought about saying something. I was like, nah, I better not. I don't want to, I don't want to say something embarrassing in front of all his people. So,
Yo, man, you owe me in front of everybody.
exactly.
Don't you have one of his hats?
Yeah, I still got one of his hats, man, upstairs. You remember that hat he left in the RV?
Yeah.
2013? I still have it. I still have it. It's humongous, by the way. Sorry, Leonard. I just was trying to illustrate the hat. Not talking about your head or anything, but the hat is big. So
You better watch out.
Hat is big.
Yeah, Leonard's gonna come through here like the office linebacker.
Yeah, we good, man.
Get you on camera.
We good. Me and Leonard cool, man. I've made jokes about that hat many a times. I was like, dude, this hat is huge, man. I don't need to swaddle my kid.
Mm-hmm.
I can put the kid in the hat. And she'll be okay. Like, I don't need a stroller. I can just put her in the hat. Hat's that big.
I'll be honest with you, Swain. The first or the number one that comes to mind is you, and it's because I work with you on a daily basis. I mean, just right now, in my vision, there's 3 photos of you wearing number 1.
I like to look at myself.
Well, technically, there's 2 photos of you playing, and then there's your jersey that is framed. So I see you wearing number 1 literally 5 days a week every time I come into the studio. And over my right shoulder, there's another photo of you on your senior day. So just because I work with you every day, you are the first one that comes to mind. But for me, I'm a little bit different than y'all in terms of the next person that comes to mind. I think it has to do with me watching Jason Witten throughout growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And Leonard Little was not playing all the time while Jason Witten was playing with the Cowboys when he was younger. So the first one that comes to my mind is Jason Witten, mainly because I played with him on Madden all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of shaped the way I kind of viewed him, just because I'm a little bit younger than y'all, so he comes to mind first. But Leonard Little is definitely right behind Jason Witten in terms of thinking about great Tennessee Vols who have wore the number 1.
You got to think about this too, guys. There's about 5 or 6 recruits every year that want the number 1. And there's only 2 that you can really give out.
If not more.
You can do one, or you can do one on offense, one on defense. And Eric Gray wore number 1 in high school. He's wearing number 3. So imagine the feast that's going to happen in recruiting and within the team when Callaway when Callaway graduates. Technically, he's going to retire from Tennessee football. But yeah,
right.
But when Callaway graduates, everyone's going to Pruitt like, hey, Pruitt, remember you said you wanted to spend more time with the players in your office talking? I want to talk to you about something. I was just wondering, man, can I have number 1 when Callaway graduates?
Before you answer that, Coach, I brought you some cornbread.
Hey, man, I got you some asparagus and some brisket, some ribs, and all kind of good stuff for you, Coach. And can I have number 1? Everyone's going to ask for number 1. Everyone. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, what number is Eric Gilbert there, Marietta?
I thought he was number 2.
Is he number 2? Okay.
Doesn't
yeah,
Raheem Jarrett wear number 1 though?
Yeah. I think some of the receivers that we are recruiting wear number 1.
Yeah, that's Raheem Jarrett does wear number 1, at least according to his Twitter avi.
Yeah, man.
I could already see it now. Let's see who Ramel Keaton walked up to Coach Pruitt's office. Coach, can I wear number 1 next year? Well, you see, you got that teammate down there at Marietta.
We gotta give it to him.
We gotta give it to him.
He gets first dibs. Eric or Rock Jarrett. I mean, remember, here's another story before we get Stokes out of here. 2009, Brandon Warren had number 1. Remember, Alcoa Star went to Florida State, played tight end,
yeah.
came here, played receiver, and he was wearing number 1. And he was not wearing number 1 like he should have, according to Lane Kiffin. So you know what Lane Kiffin did? Took the number 1 away from him and gave him a blank jersey at practice. True story, man.
Oh, I remember that. That's
Gave
so
him a
cool.
blank jersey at practice. Like there's a responsibility that comes with wearing number 1. Simple as that.
There is. How about nobody wears number 1 on defense right now. Tennessee's recruiting some big defensive players.
No, which color wears it? Flowers.
He switched back to 25
He
because
did?
of special teams reasons. Now that they've installed special teams, Callaway and Flowers can't be on the field at the same time.
I thought that was weird when we saw that.
And if Bryce Thompson rejoins Tennessee's roster, I was told that he's going back to number 20 from his number 3 because of special teams reasons.
Yeah, because you can't have Gray and Bryce on the same unit. Which when that came out, I thought that was weird because you got 2 of your faster players wearing number 3, and you want to put your best athletes out there in special teams.
Yep, Flowers is back at number 25, and I tell you what, me and my buddy Eric Kane, we were so confused the day after at practice, the day after the whole Bryce Thompson situation. So Monday's practice, we were so confused because, as I mentioned, the day before, all the Bryce Thompson news broke on Sunday, and then Monday at practice, there's a guy out there running around in a number 3 orange jersey, and I was, hold up, who is this wearing the number 3 jersey? And then I asked, and that they never found out who was wearing the number 3 jersey, but we were told that that's not Bryce Thompson, and if he does return to the team, he'll be rocking the number 20 because of special teams reasons.
Yep, that makes sense. Look at Ben, man, dropping nuggets. Dropping nuggets this morning.
Just give me credit when the articles are written.
Oh yeah, gotta give Ben credit. You gotta get that credit on social media, Seth, because it's all about the credit.
All about the credit. If you're not getting the credit, you didn't do it.
Yeah, gotta get the credit, man. Grown men fight for credit on social media. Gotta get it. Gotta get what's rightfully yours, Ben. Stokes,
Media, man.
It's gonna be a great weekend of college football, my friend.
Oh, I can't wait, brother. I cannot wait. I've got going to get home and get the second TV set up in the living room and get everything going on it so that when I got to work Saturday morning, but I'm going to stream the early games while I'm at work and be home before Tennessee. Kind of bummed opening the college football season. The wife is a big FSU fan, so I've kind of got to pay attention to FSU a little bit this year and kind of hope they do well for peace in the household.
Stokes.
And, but it sucks their game got moved, so I'm not going to get to watch it with her because I'll be at work. So she's going to have to watch that one by herself with her. She'll watch it with the kids, but you know what I'm saying. But, yeah, I'm excited, man. We've got 4 straight days of college football action, and it's glorious.
2 things, Stokes. Number 1, you just told on yourself that you're not going to be working while you're at work. You just said you're going to stream the game while you're working.
Oh, they already know.
Okay.
They already know. I'm going to be soldering some things, so I'm going to have it streaming on my laptop and my workstation so I can hear the game.
And second thing, Stokes, you know you don't want to watch Florida State. Stop pretending like you disappointed that you can't watch it with the wife.
I'm disappointed that I don't get to experience that with the wife more so than I'm disappointed about watching the actual game.
Stokes, you see my face right now?
Oh, I know what your face is looking like right now. I know you well enough to know what your face is looking like right now.
You don't care about Florida State. Stop. She ain't listening, Stokes.
Look,
you can tell us you don't care about Florida State. It's okay.
Look, if they win, cool. If they lose, I'm not mad.
Yes. All right, Stokes, man. Have a good one, dude.
All right, y'all too, brother. Go Balls.
All right, see you, man. Hour 2 coming up on the Swain event. Stay with us.
Touchdown or turnover is up next on the Swain event.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. The next thing you know, you're being arrested for DUI. Be responsible, but remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call DUI and criminal defense attorney Marcos Garza. Put this number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty, say Garza. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to OFOKnox.com. That's OFOKnox.com.
In debt? In too deep? Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union says, stop treading water and get out of the deep end. If you've got debt, make a splash and come get some cash. If Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union can refinance your car, boat, camper, motorcycle, credit cards, personal or home loan, they'll pay you up to $500. So come take the plunge right now. Refinance your loans. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union will pay you. 5 convenient locations. Visit atfcu.com. Equal housing lender.
Touchdown or Turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Touchdown turnover backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong, better rates and better service. Touchdown turnover, Tennessee will score 50 or more points on tomorrow. Do we see 50 points? Tennessee usually beats teams like this, 42-13 or 42-7. Do we get over 50? Do we get a half 100? Touchdown turnover, Tennessee will score half 100. 50 or more points.
I'll say touchdown. Quite simply, Georgia State doesn't have the dudes to compete with Tennessee as a team. They don't have a team full of dudes. They do have a couple of interesting players on their team. I know we were talking about Tennessee's offense in this touchdown or turnover, but I really like Georgia State's quarterback. Unfortunate. I mean, he had good stats last year. I told Nathaniel this yesterday, that if you just looked at his stats and you didn't know what team he played for, you would think he played on a pretty good football team, which tells me that he does not have a lot of playmakers around him. So I'll be interested to see if he can lead a touchdown drive. But offensively, I definitely think Tennessee can and will score 50. Georgia State just does not have the dudes to compete with Tennessee. I mean, it's quite simple as that. They won 2 games last year. They won 2 games. 2 games. And I think it'll be a disappointment if Tennessee doesn't have 49 or 52, 56 points, 55 points, however you want to get to it. If Tennessee's not around the 50-point mark, I think it'll be a disappointment just because Georgia State's secondary shouldn't be able to compete with Marquez Callaway and Josh Palmer and Jawan Jennings and Brandon Johnson, and the list goes on and on. Jarrett should be able to make plays. Jarrett should have time to throw the football. The running back should have time to make plays. I just think there's too many playmakers on Tennessee's offense to not put up 50 against a bad Georgia State defense.
If you score just a touchdown a quarter, you're going to hit 28 points. Special teams, a defensive touchdown. If you can get one of each of those, that's 42 points. I mean, it should be pretty simple to get to 40. The question is, what happens when the 2s and 3s play? Do they go out there and execute, or do they fall over themselves and mess up? If you're playing after sitting the first and second quarter, I'm sorry, I'm going out there, I'm smelling blood in the water. I'm trying to go make some plays too so I can get on the field more the next week. So I think they will score over 50. Only 2 teams scored over 50 in the first, I guess, week of college football, kind of week 0. We did not see that, but yesterday Central Florida put up 62 against Florida A&M. Florida A&M had the better band, though. I can promise you that. Clemson busted 52 points. Could have scored 70 if they wanted to be honest, against Georgia Tech. But Texas A&M did not score 50. They scored 41 against Texas State, and then Utah 30 against BYU.
Yeah, and maybe scoring 50 is asking a lot because of all the newness with the offense, but I don't think it is. And the reason I say it may be asking a lot is because you do see teams come out a little bit sloppy in the first game. That's the only reason I say that. Maybe there needs to be a grace period.
Your last 2 games, you got embarrassed by Vanderbilt in Missouri. You have not went to a bowl game. You better take your frustration out on Georgia State. And you paying them.
Yeah, most definitely.
You better get your money's worth.
$950,000.
Get your money's worth. You're playing a lot of guys. Don't let those guys go in there, second, third team, and just run the clock. Go score. Go try to make some plays. Let's get to the phones. The phone lines are packed. We have Gene first. Gene, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Gene, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are y'all this morning?
Good, man. It's good to hear from you.
It's good to talk to you. My wife is still talking about us meeting you guys at the recruiting breakfast.
Oh, yeah, man. We had a good time, man. Thanks for coming.
That was fun. Listen, I want to give a shout-out to a Vol VFL legend. He has 3 people in front of him in Tennessee history for tackles for loss, and that's Leonard Little, Reggie White, and Eric Westmoreland. I'm talking about Dale Jones. Dale's from here in my town. I went to church with him when I was a little boy, and his sister used to babysit me. But, he's been real successful at Appy State. He was there for all 3 of those back-to-back-to-back national championships. And when Scott Satterfield came in there and they moved to the Sun Belt Conference, they won 3 conferences in a row. Now he's followed Scott to Louisville, so he will be coaching his first Power 5 conference game this weekend.
That's right.
As a defensive line coach for Louisville.
That's right. Yeah, we thought we were going to see Dale Jones back here on the Hill at some point. Has not happened yet, but we'll be
back when they were talking Gruden stuff.
Oh yeah, man, I know it, but I've heard so many great things about him. I've met a family member of his last year tailgating and stuff like that, and so heard a lot of good stories about Dale Jones. So he is coaching in Louisville now. Yep.
Anyway, I just want to give him a shout out. Hometown boy.
I like it, Gene. Hey, man, thanks so much. Hope you have a great weekend. Let's go back to the phones. I always love the love to our older players, older VFLs. Turkey Man is next. Turkey Man, good morning.
Well, I tell you what, at Dale Jones, when he mentioned Dale Jones, I hope we beat him by his Dale Jones number tomorrow. And I'm excited. I'm excited about the game, and I feel like we're gonna see a different attitude coming on the field. But just talking about Combo, every time I think of him, I think of ice cream and huge balls shoes. And Butch saying he got frustrated because he lost a video game.
Oh yeah, the cover up of why he tweeted out a picture of cleats being hung on a power line.
Oh yeah. But anyhow, those days are behind us. Just all in the rearview mirror, and we don't have to deal with even mentioning the Bush till he tries to do shenanigans when we play Alabama. So that's going to end one of these days too. I feel like we're going to turn the corner. But I'm excited. I feel 54 points. I feel like we're going to beat 54 points.
Dale Jones number.
That's exactly right. Have a good one, guys. Go ball.
See you, Turkey Man. Yeah. Combo's making plays in the CFL. For him to bounce back the ACL and put himself in a position to play professional football, that says a lot about Combo. Combo, he knew what he didn't know. He didn't know how to conduct himself at sometimes because he was allowed to do so by his coach, and he learned quickly that's not the way you conduct yourself. And he learned from Pruitt. Pruitt and Chris Rump. I ain't playing that, and so happy for Combo. The moment everything was starting to go in the right direction, buying in, he sees result on the field, he tears his ACL. And now he's back playing, so happy for him. Let's get back to the phones, and let's get to Mark. Mark, good morning.
Swain, my brother, what's happening?
What's up, Mark?
Man, we made it. We're Jason Swain days away.
No, Leonard Little days away. Jason Witten days.
Y'all talk about that number one, man, and I have to give it to Leonard too, because that's the first person that I can remember wearing number one. At my age, that's the first person I can remember, and then you and Witten would be second and third. But y'all represented the number one very well, and thank you for what you did.
Thank you.
And as far as Dale Jones go, he was a bad dude, man. Dale was a bad dude. I enjoyed that. But what I called about was you almost got me fired yesterday.
Oh.
Yep, almost. The Swain event almost got me fired. So I'm a freelance guy, right? And I had a meeting yesterday about 8 o'clock. 8:30. It was 8:30. And I had my earbud in my left ear so I could still listen to the show and not really pay attention to what was going on in the meeting. So where I was at, they couldn't see it. And about that time, I'm drinking Coke and, drinking a little morning coffee or whatever, and Nayland Mafia is on the radio.
Oh,
and I spit that all over the conference room table.
So you literally spit on the table?
I literally spit coffee all over the table from Nayland Mafia yesterday.
Oh, man.
And then I had to act like I was coughing, and it went down the wrong way, sneaked my earbud out of my ear, and they're like, "Oh, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right." It just went down the wrong way.
It's been a long time since I've laughed so hard where I've had some drink in my mouth and spit it out. It's been a long time.
Hysterical.
Man.
Absolutely hysterical.
I'm glad you got out of it, though. I'm glad they didn't actually.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, man. It was pretty funny. That's probably top three of him all the time. He's had some good stuff, man. That guy's funny.
He's great, man. We're glad he calls in the show and shares his gifts with us.
And as far as what I'm looking for tomorrow, I'm looking for number 2 to not have to wash his pants tomorrow. I don't want to see him on the ground.
Yes.
That's all I want. I don't care if it's 21-20 or, I don't want it 21-20, but I don't want him getting hit at all. If he gets hit at all, I'm going to be a little nervous on that line of scrimmage.
You and me both, my friend.
Because they should not touch a quarterback. That team should not touch our quarterback.
Nope.
That's all I got, baby. 9-4. Go Browns, baby.
Wait. Did Mark give us a win-loss prediction for the Vols?
He did, 9-4. Obtainable if the offensive line and defensive line take the correct step forward.
Man, I hope so.
It would be nice.
I hope so. I'm glad that Nayland Mafia made Mark spit out his drink. That's great. All right. Tommy from Cookville says Stokes asking Leonard Little for his bet payment would be like Debo asking for your bike back. This message is from Pickle Nasty, who says Leonard Little and I are around the same age, and I look at him like an OG. Much respect for that man. Chip Payne says at least it's not New Keith Richardson days away. New Keith wore 7 here. I remember that big time play. I think it was against Auburn in 2009. He had a big time run early in the game, and then that was it. DR Vol says, I like to think of it as Galden at Bama days away.
But wouldn't that be 2 days because he threw up 2 birds? That was yesterday, DR Vol.
Yeah, man.
Yesterday was Rashawn Galden, first Bama days away from it being football time in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Now, if he had thrown up 1 bird, then sure. But he threw up 2, so that would mean it's 2 days.
Titans Chris says, let's go. Titans tore the Bears kingdom down. Let's go. Tighten up, baby. And then in parentheses says, yes, I'm celebrating a preseason win because it might be the only one we get.
Tyler Bray played the entire game last night, didn't he?
He's
I know
balling.
that was a plan going in.
He was balling.
Things did not go so hot for Josh Dobbs last night. It is the weekend in the NFL where many players are cut. I don't know. I don't think Dobbs will get cut. But I would not be surprised to see Dobbs traded this weekend. Mason Rudolph is the clear number 2 quarterback. It's not even close, honestly. It's unfortunate because I wanted Josh Dobbs to work so bad. You don't understand. Dobbs is one of my favorite Tennessee football players of all time, and I would have loved to see him have a long career in Pittsburgh with my favorite NFL team. But Mason Rudolph is the clear-cut number 2.
Did the Steelers carry 3 quarterbacks last year on the team? As Ben answers the phone, he shook his head no. So, I'm good. Like, I'm good either way. I think Dobbs is an NFL quarterback, and I think he still will be on the roster. It may not be with the Steelers, but it will be maybe on another team. So
they carried 3 guys technically, but only 2 dressed, as is the usual case. Mason Rudolph, I don't think he dressed 1 game last year, so it was Big Ben and then Dobbs, and then technically they did have Mason Rudolph, but he just did not dress during the games. So that could still happen, but I for Dobbs' sake, I would hope if he were going to not dress all year and still be a part of the Steelers, I'd rather see him get traded and have an opportunity elsewhere.
Yeah, I understand. Let's go back to the phones. Who we got?
We've got our buddy Braden.
Braden, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Man, I had a quick question for you.
Okay.
If you had to put out a bold prediction of what the Vols are going to finish this season, what would you have to say?
A bold prediction?
Yes, sir. Like a bowl. Give me if you think we're going to make a bowl, and then what do you think our record's
bold
gonna
prediction.
be?
Let's see. Probably the Belk Bowl, something like that. Maybe even the Tax Slayer Bowl in Florida, something like that.
Well, I just know this. Tennessee is going to lay the smack down on Georgia State this weekend. But I got to get back to school so I don't get in trouble. I'll talk to you later, Swain.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Braden. Thank you. It's a smart young man. That is the next governor of Tennessee right there. Tennessee is going to lay a slap down on Georgia State. I like Braden. That's good parenting right there. Mm-hmm. That's good parenting. We haven't done Attaboy, but that's who gets Attaboy today.
Yes.
Braden's parents.
And
Attaboy,
Braden.
Yeah, Attaboy and Attagirl. To Braden and Braden's parents. That's great parenting right there. Hour 2 is brought to you by Alumni Hall, alumnihall.com. Swain event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Be right back.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
Hey, it's Chris Lowe of ESPN. And listen, maybe Jason Swain didn't wear number 1 quite as well as the great Leonard Little did at Tennessee, but he is your go-to guy for all things Big Orange. Join us weekly on the Swain event, brought to you by Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine and trsportsmedicine.com.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
Hey y'all, check it out. Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue has a brand new happy hour special right now that you don't want to miss. Get $2 off of their fantastic barbecue queso appetizer from 2 to 4 p.m. That's queso loaded with your choice of pork, chicken, or brisket and served with Frito scoops. And for the rest of the month, check out their new Pig and Peaches salad for $11. This thing is loaded with salad mix, grape tomatoes, fire-roasted peaches, pickled red onions, pork belly burn-ins, goat cheese, and topped with a delicious balsamic vinaigrette. Dead End Barbecue. The barbecue search is over.
While the players are gearing up for the gridiron, it's time for you to get geared up at Alumni Hall. Find the best selection of Nike, Nike Golf, Peter Millar, and all of those retro logos you love. And the 2 for $28 t-shirt deal? Game changer. And don't forget about the rest of your game day crew. There are plenty of options for the entire family and to upgrade that tailgate. Shop now at one of their 6 convenient locations in Tennessee or 24/7 at alumnihall.com. It's football time in Tennessee.
Hey there, Swain event listeners. It's football time in Tennessee. While you're cheering on the Vols, you might be thinking, I would love to buy a home with a great place to entertain for games. Or maybe you're thinking, I'm tired of hosting all of these people at my house and we don't need all this space anymore. Whatever your plans may be, when you are ready to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, call me, Jennifer Morris, at Keller Williams Realty, 865-694-5904, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com, and go Vols.
If you aren't following the Swain event on Twitter, then are you even on Twitter? Hit that follow button. It's the right thing to do.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Football time in Tennessee and Dead End Barbecue. They just go together. So when you're traveling in town, Dead End Barbecue is the place you need to hit up. If you need a place to stay, Hampton Inn downtown is the place you need to hit up. Stephen Lawrence is a GM there, does a great job. They just renovated some rooms there. Looks amazing. It's less than a mile away from walking. It's a mile away walking distance from Neyland Stadium. So you can walk to all the restaurants downtown. You can also walk, hit the strip, and go to the stadium right there, mile and a half radius. The stadium is actually less than a mile. Great rates. Call them, book your room, tell them Swain Event sent you. Hampton Inn downtown. Who we got there? Oh, sorry.
I was just going to add in, my dad stayed in that hotel while he was getting his MBA at Tennessee. I mean, this was years ago. I mean, he raved about it then and still raves about it now.
Yeah, man. I mean, the parking is so terrible.
Terrible.
I mean, there was times when I know, like, when I had family in town, friends, they would like park across the Henley Street bridge and walk to the stadium. Down there by the Emerald Youth Soccer Fields, the folks will park there, then walk over that huge hill to walk to the stadium. If you can just stay at Hampton Inn downtown and then walk less than a mile away without any big hills, I think that would be worth it.
Yeah,
I think that would be worth it.
It's right around the corner from campus.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You told me who it was during the break. Who was it again?
Terry.
Terry.
How you doing?
What's up, Terry? How you doing, man?
What, Wayne? Hey, man, I was just thinking, Icky at Ball for Life position. You got to push for Icky Johnson, man. Don't you think he'd be a good man for that position?
He would be a great man for that, but he would take the biggest pay cut in the history of pay cuts. Tennessee had a chance to hire him. That was Dooley had a chance to hire him before Inky became what he is now. And I don't think that's something Inky should do. I don't think Inky would do it, and I think he's serving more people doing what he's doing now. Tennessee got to figure out what they want to do with that position, because it used to be with football. Last year it wasn't with C.J. Faden, and now I think they are maybe trying to figure out what they're going to do with that position. I think it's an important position, but they got to do it the right way, and I don't think Inky's the best candidate.
Okay, well, I was just thinking about him, and I said, well, he would be a good guy for that position.
Yeah, Inky would be awesome. And thanks for the phone call, Terry. I couldn't help but to think about this.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry.
I couldn't help it, man. Thanks for the phone call, Terry. I really appreciate it. But no, I think the world of Inky, and I think he would be awesome. But come on, man. Inky can make what he makes.
Yeah, Inky would be a tremendous hire for that position, but unfortunately the position is beneath Inky. Inky is
pretty
above the position, essentially.
Pretty much. I mean, the salary of that position would probably be like a few months of what Inky makes out here in these streets. So
right. Inky's so successful.
Yeah, Tennessee had a chance, did not capitalize on it, and it was things happen for a reason. And he went on to be one of the best, speakers in the country, and he goes around and travels the country, the world to speak. And so, like you said, Ben, he's bigger than that job. He just is.
And until Tennessee takes the job seriously, I don't think they take the job seriously enough. Until Tennessee takes the job more seriously, I think a lot of the great candidates, the great former Vols, the Inky Johnsons, the C.J. Fatons, guys like that are going to be above the job.
C.J. was above the job.
Yes. C.J. does not need to be in that position. He is – I mean, he's a future athletic director, and doing that does not help him reach his ultimate goal.
Yeah, if the job – he's above the job. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it sound better, but I can't. He's above the job.
I got you. I had a touchdown or turnover for you earlier in the hour that we were not able to get to because the phone lines were jammed. Elijah Simmons was working with the scout team this week, emulating one of Georgia State's better defensive linemen. My touchdown or turnover for you is, do you think that is a sign that he redshirts? So touchdown, Elijah Simmons redshirts, and then just kind of the background information on that. The fact that he was working with the scout team leads you to believe that.
No, turnover. No, you can work with the scout team one week and be out there playing the next week, and then plus the redshirt rules allow you to play guys in 4 games and then them not lose their redshirt year. So I would be surprised with Aubrey Solomon's decision that he's going to play, that they just put Elijah Simmons just on the back burner. I would be surprised, man. I think there's a lot of guys that's going to play. This is a perfect game for Elijah Simmons to play. I just don't see him playing less than 5 games this year. I mean, he could play 4 and then redshirt, but physically he's one of the strongest dudes on the team already.
Yep.
Nah, man, I just don't. I don't see that happening.
I'm with you. I think it is premature just to have a defined stance on whether he will redshirt or not, because as you said, he could be on scout team this week, and then next week he's playing against BYU. You may need some more beef, but I do think it will be telling if throughout the month of September, if he continues to be on the scout team, then maybe that could be a sign that Tennessee does intend on redshirting him. But things could always change. Plans change all the time.
Yep. Somebody can get hurt. You just never know. You never know.
I just thought it was interesting. I did not expect him to be on scout team this week, which is why it kind of took me by surprise. And maybe it is just a 1 week thing, and maybe Jeremy Pruitt thinks that he plays the role of the Georgia State defensive lineman fairly well. And that Georgia State defensive lineman I continue to reference is Terry Thomas. He was an All-Sun Belt honoree last year.
Yeah, I don't know how Pruitt operates. I mean, I know when I was there, guys who were clearly third string, not going to get in the rotation and walk on would be on the scout team. But if you want a good look, then man, go put your second team guys on there.
Yeah.
You know, you get a better look, you get a better version of maybe or someone that's close to who you're going to play on Saturday. Instead of a walk-on who is 275 pounds, you get a true indicator of what you're going to see on Saturday. So you put Elijah Simmons in front of you instead of, some undersized walk-on.
Yeah. Speaking of scout team, Maryland transfer Kasim Hill has been playing the role of Dan Ellington all week. Dan Ellington is Georgia State's dual-threat quarterback. Two things on Kasim Hill. A, Tennessee is probably going to have the best scout team quarterback in the country all year. And it's fitting because Kasim Hill is a dual-threat guy. Maybe more so of a passer, but he can run. What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry, dude. I just had a flashback to the previous coaching staff. They would absolutely put out an edit that says, best scout team quarterback in the country.
Come
Tennessee.
To Tennessee. We got Scout Team U, baby.
We got the best scout team quarterback.
That is funny. I could definitely see Butch doing that. But it is fitting that I think it's a good thing that Kasim Hill will be the scout team quarterback all year because you look at the guys that Tennessee is going to play, and Tua can obviously beat you with his legs. Kelly Bryant can beat you with his legs. Jake Bentley is capable of making some plays with his legs. So I think it'll benefit Tennessee. Next week, Zach Wilson at BYU, he is capable of beating you with his legs, as is Felipe Franks. So I think Tennessee is in a good position from that standpoint. Now, that is a huge thing, just an observation that I made throughout the weekend. Another observation I made is I will be interested to see what Tennessee's strength and conditioning staff does with his body. He is a big old boy. Do they continue to let him play at that size, or are they really going to try and trim him down?
So you're trying to say
I'm not saying he's overweight. I'm just saying naturally he's a buff guy.
Ben,
he's big.
You married now, so you got to find different ways to call somebody fat.
I think I just did. No, I truly don't think he is overweight. I'm just saying you don't see quarterbacks really anymore as stocky as he is.
Go ahead, man. Keep going.
He's
keep
not
dancing,
fat.
Keep dancing around it.
I'm truly not trying to call him overweight because I don't think he's overweight. He's a lot bigger than most quarterbacks these days.
He's a lot bigger than most humans.
I mean, he is.
He's just big boned it. He's husky. Oh, he beefy. He got a little beef.
That's what I like. He's got beef, and it's more so like his arms are just huge, but they're not like defined. They're just big arms.
This is what folks say about me now. Hey, Swain. Hey, man, you thick. You thick, hey man. You eating good, ain't you, Swain? You eating good. That's what you say. Every word except for, dude, you big, man. You fat.
Tennessee may have the best scout team offense in the country.
Oh, my God.
With Kasim Hill and D'Angelo Gibbs. Name me a better quarterback wide receiver tandem on the scout team.
Oh, man.
Scout Team U.
Oh, man.
If you want to be on
who won the quarterback award last year in the country? Like the best quarterback. Was it did Tua win it and then Kyler Murray won the Heisman, or did Kyler win both of them? Because Alabama had a Biletnikoff winner at wide receiver.
Judy.
Yeah. So I wonder if they cleaned up both awards, Alabama did. Because if we had a scout team award for the best scout team quarterback in the country and the best scout team receiver, Tennessee would win that with D'Angelo Gibbs and Kasim Hill.
I want to say Tua won the award, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I usually am.
No, I noticed the same thing about Kasim Hill. A thicker quarterback. I'm only joking. You bring up a pretty good point. Are they going to try to transform his body? I don't know. I don't know that. I know that he will experience one of the best strength coaches in the country and the best strength programs in the country, and he's going to have more definition this time next year for sure. But that's an interesting point, man. Tennessee plays Missouri. Tennessee plays some dual threat quarterbacks, and so he's going to give Tennessee defense a really good look in practice.
Yes, real quick before we get to Titansville, Kyler Murray won the best quarterback award last year. The Davey O'Brien, but Tua Tagovailoa won the Maxwell and the Walter Camp, which is the Player of the Year. Those are Player of the Year awards. The Davey O'Brien award goes to the best quarterback, and Kyler Murray won that one.
So you win Player of the Year, but Kyler won the Heisman. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes all the sense. Yeah, all the sense in the world right there. Makes total sense. Player of the year, which I thought was a Heisman, but no, Tua got that. Whatever. Let's go back to the phones.
We got Titans Bill and then DR Vol.
Is this the real Titans Bill?
The real Titans Bill.
The real Titans Bill. Titans Bill, good morning.
The one and only.
The one and only Titans Bill.
Yes, the legend.
Titans Bill, I don't want this to sound funny at all. It may sound funny anyways. I just want to warn you. But I saw your picture again on the internet and on Twitter. Someone sent it to me, and they asked me, is this Titans Bill? And I say, yes, that's him. And I saved your photo. I saved it.
Well, buddy, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it sounded weird.
Jason, I'll tell you what, I'm very excited the Titans won yesterday, but now there's this little game that I know that John Robinson and Mike Vrabel and the director of player personnel hates to play, and that game is called What, Jason? Don't call us, we'll call you. Meaning somebody's going to get cut. And I'll tell you, they better not cut that third-string quarterback. He was the one that was responsible for that game-winning drive.
I love you, Titans Bill. I do, man.
And if the one thing that one player hates to hear, don't call us, we'll call you. That means he's cut.
That means you're out of here.
Yeah.
When they ask you to bring your playbook, you know it's over.
Exactly. And, of course, on another note, tomorrow, Tennessee is going to start that wonderful tradition.
Yeah. Yeah. Tradition.
Tradition.
Nah, don't go that high, Titans Bill. You might hurt yourself.
That means if they win the first game, I believe they can take Brigham Young. I have never heard so much negative stuff. Oh, Brigham Young is going to come in here and tear our kingdom down. I don't think so.
Yeah, Titans Bill.
I don't think that if they could tear Georgia State's kingdom down, I know that they could do the same thing to Brigham Young, because Utah tore their kingdom down last night, 30-12. Was that the final score, my good friend?
That might have been a score when you fell asleep, but it ended up being 30-12. No, it was 30-12. Excuse me. That's right. I thought it was closer, but 30-12. That's right. So and the Utah player called BYU poo-poo.
So all of you doubting Thomases, and I know who you are, get a life.
Wait, what?
These doubting Thomases that don't think we're going to beat Brigham Young.
Doubting Thomases.
Don't worry about Brigham Young. Let's just worry about Georgia State.
That's right,
one game at a time.
Yeah. I'm fired up, Titans Bill.
One game at a time, folks. Let's don't think ahead. What are we going to do against Florida? One game at a time, folks.
Tell them, Titans Bill. Tell them.
Is that too much to ask?
No.
Nope. It's not too much to ask.
That's right. That's right.
Ask.
That's right, Titans Bill.
Jason, my good friend, you have a good and safe weekend. I love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too, man. Titans Bill gets me fired up. You know what the best part of that phone call was?
The fact that he called in about and didn't want the Titans to cut the third-string quarterback that was responsible for a game-winning drive in the fourth preseason game.
Titans Bill was on schedule. He called in, and he brought up something that we was not talking about at all. And that was the Titans. And I think he slick tried to throw some shade at my Bears, but I let it slide. I let it slide, Titans Bill. I think you trying to throw some shade at my Bears. I think he's trying to brag a little bit that they won the preseason game.
He definitely did.
But I let that slide. And then Titans Bill. Oh, man. Reminding us that we need to stay grounded and focus on Georgia State. You know what, Titans Bill? I was lost. Now I'm found, man, because I was looking at BYU. I'm over here looking at BYU film right now, man.
All I got out of that phone call was that you kept a photo of Titans Bill on your phone.
Creepy, huh?
Very.
Really creepy.
Pretty creepy.
Kind of way I can kind of dig myself out of that one, huh?
Nope. Just got to take the bullet on that one.
Huh. No type of explanation that you're going to buy?
Nah.
It's not going to make you think I'm not creepy?
Do you have an explanation to offer?
Yes. Because no one knows what Titan Bill looks like. And so when someone asks me, I want to be able to say, yeah, this is him. Who's Titan Bill who calls in? He's not on Twitter. You can't communicate with him. So I save the picture so I can say, hey, yo, this is him. That's my reason.
I guess that's a good reason. You still have a creepy photo of Titans Bill on your phone.
It's not a creepy photo. The move might have been creepy, but Titans Bill is smiling. He has a nice smile, by the way.
Would you say that Titans Bill is a good-looking man?
What's that scene in Waterboy? We all don't look as handsome as you. We're all not blessed with looks like you. Not Titans Bill is a good-looking fellow for his age. I'll say that. Yeah. I can see Titans Bill slaying him back in the day when he was a youngster, getting all the girls.
Lordy mercy.
Yeah, I can see Titans Bill, man. I can see Titans Bill having like all the ladies back in the day. Titans Bill's a handsome young man. Do I sound even more creepy?
Yes.
I need to go back to the phones.
Yes,
Move
please.
on. Let's do that. Who we got next?
DR Vol.
DR Vol, good morning.
Guys, I'm glad I left the gym and put my headphones on while you were talking about backup quarterbacks and callers.
Did that sound creepy right there?
A little bit. But I will say shout out to you because I've always wanted to know what Titans Bill looks like. So
See?
That makes it a little bit better.
I can send you a picture. I can show you what he looks like.
That makes DR Vol creepy
hey,
too.
what's even weirder, I saved it on my phone.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Thank you for making me feel better, man. Hey, look. Peeing on your pants is cool. I do it too.
Exactly.
DR Vol's creepy too, man. Awesome.
Guys, after listening to Titans Bill, I really want to take him to a game because I'd sit down, get my $38 beer, and I just turn and look at him like Stokes did Leonard Little. I think he'd be interesting to watch during a football game.
I think so.
Speaking of beer, this is totally random. How about A&M selling beer last night, and on the cups, they've been going back and forth with LSU. They put the score of last year's LSU game on the cups, 74-72. I thought that was quality shade right there. Yes.
That's awesome.
Better not lose, A&M. You better not lose this year. You better not lose.
That's incredible.
Oh man, how about Jawan Jennings being on the front of the ticket at Georgia game?
I'm trying to forget about that upcoming game.
No, yeah. talk that trash now while you can. All right. Oh, dude.
Guys, what y'all think after watching BYU play last night? I thought they had pretty decent quarterback play for the first half. I didn't watch the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I just wonder because their first game of the season is against their bitter rival. And so emotionally, like, did that impact how well they played or how bad they played in the second half? I don't know. It was a home game. So they're going to travel across the country, and they're going to witness a different atmosphere, and they're going to play a football team that may not be able to run the table inside the SEC, but will be physically superior to them in some areas. And so, what are we going to see from BYU next weekend? A lot of questions, man. I don't really have a lot of answers right now. I need to go back and probably watch that game 2 or 3 times and look at certain plays here and there. But just watching the game on television yesterday, I don't think that Tennessee's going to be able to just roll the helmet out there and just get a win.
No.
I
thought BYU outplayed Utah in the first half. It's just that they continued to shoot themselves in the foot over and over again, and that may be the emotional aspect of the rivalry game opening the season at home that Swain is talking about. But I thought they actually outplayed a Utah team that I am very high on. I actually picked them to make the playoffs, partly because the Pac-12 is poo-poo, as the Utah quarterback called BYU after the game yesterday. But I was actually more impressed with the defense than anything. I did not expect BYU's defense to look that good in the first half. They were swarming to the football. The final score ended up 30-12, but I think the score at halftime was 9-6 or something along those lines, and part of that was because of BYU's defense.
Yeah, they had a lot of. I mean, they had really good open tackling. Now, talk about not knowing what we're getting into. I went and looked at the comments of the game. I tell you what, we are getting into it. Their fans. You ever drive by a school bus and an 8-year-old just flips you off? That's how it's going to be with their fans, because the way they talk trash is a little bit different. I saw one post a screenshot where they said, "Keep me updated. I'm on my mission. Can't watch the game." I'm like, my Lord, y'all coming into Neyland where we're selling alcohol for the first time. It's going to be rough on them.
Did you say that BYU fans are talking trash?
Yeah. Not to us, to Utah fans.
Oh, the Utah fans.
Yeah.
Is it good trash talk, or is it hey, we're gonna beat you when the game is over? We're gonna have more points than you. Take that.
Yeah, it's kind of like you can't get a girlfriend, but I can get 12 wives, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. That's not a joke. That's kind of like what it is, right?
Yeah, it's a statement of fact, as Dwight Schrute would say.
We're gonna have more points than your team at the end of the game. Ha ha.
Speaking of Dwight Schrute, my neighbor that lives near me looks like Dwight Schrute's brother. I know you have no idea what Dwight Schrute's brother, but DR Ball would appreciate it. Yes, that's what my neighbor looks like.
Yeah.
Cousin, that's right, cousin. That's who my neighbor looks like. It's pretty funny.
Does he freak you out?
No, because he's a nice guy.
Oh, okay. Well, Swain, I'm going to ask this before I get off here. This close to the season as a former player, because I know how much I miss playing, and I didn't play at the level you did. How bad are you missing it right now? Is it worse before the season starts or during?
I don't miss it, dude. I only miss the guys.
Why do you not miss it? I know you battled a lot of injuries. Is that why?
That's correct. I don't miss having to take pain medication. I don't miss having my mental health all over the place because I'm so frustrated that I'm not the player that I once was. I mean, it's really frustrating. When you go through that, it's hard to miss it. Like I miss the guys. I miss the relationships. I miss those things. I don't miss playing. I don't. I really don't at all. It's weird to hear, huh?
No, because we've heard two of those same stories just at a higher level in Andrew Luck and Gronkowski this week.
Yeah, man,
it's literally the same thing. And folks are calling them cowards when, to me, I think it's brave of them to come out. Obviously, it's not the same type of brave as soldiers going over to Iraq and things like that. That goes without being said. I know there were ignorant comments when people commended Andrew Luck for being brave. Folks wanted to kind of dog the person who said it for using the word bravery, but you can still be brave in a different way.
For some reason, people think there's only one definition of brave or one example of bravery, and that's bravery at the highest level of going and putting your life on the line for the freedom of others. We understand that, but Andrew Luck, what he did was brave, because there's a lot of guys who play not because they want to play, but they play because they're supposed to play.
Yep.
And he didn't do what he was supposed to do. He did what he wanted to do. And when you live your life for others, you can be dead inside. And I commend Andrew Luck. He did what he wanted to do for his own physical health and his own mental health. So yeah, what he did was brave, man. You gotta look out for yourself sometimes. All right, I gotta take a break and go check out Titans Bill's photo during the break. Swain event. Feel about that in barbecue. Be right back.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling because you'll know that you're in love.
Tap water often contains harmful chemicals and additives. When you call for your free water test from Hiller, we'll show you exactly what's in your water and how to remove it. Enjoy cleaner, healthier water in your home. Visit happyhiller.com to schedule your free in-home appointment today.
On the happy face truck today.
Do you want a custom themed tumbler or bottle to show off your team spirit every day of the week? Well, look no further than Game Time Sidekicks. Every design has you, the fan, in mind. Their tumblers and bottles are double-walled, vacuum-insulated stainless steel, and their quality is second to none in the market. From stainless steel sippy cups to tumblers and sports bottles, Game Time Sidekicks offers something for the fan of all ages to rep their team with. They have many different logo options, so fans will have something they are proud to carry around all the time. Use promo code SWAIN at checkout to get 20% off of your entire purchase at GameTimeSidekicks.com. They also offer $5 flat rate shipping. Be sure to check out the Game Time Workshop on the website and customize your tumbler to make it one of a kind with things like your nickname, number, or initials. Game Time Sidekicks. Show your colors and carry your team. The year's going by so fast. The good news is it's football season. The bad news is, well, there's a bunch of stuff you still need to do this year, like get a health checkup. I recommend Low T Center. You can get all of your levels checked with a $99 complete health assessment. Low T Center exclusively treats men, and they make it quick and easy. Plus, it's covered by most health insurance. Call 865-392-1388, or you can schedule your appointment online at lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Due to a special purchase, Beatty Chevrolet has over 100 pre-owned crossovers and SUVs at tremendous savings during the $1 Million Markdown event. 100 crossovers and SUVs from Chevrolet, Ford, Nissan, Volkswagen, Toyota, Honda, Mazda, and more. All makes and models starting at $89.95. And we'll buy your vehicle on the spot. Plus, get the Beatty warranty for life during the $1 Million Markdown. Only at Beatty Chevrolet in Knoxville or shop BeattyChevrolet.com. Sale prices plus tax, title, and license.
Craving flavors that don't take hours in the kitchen? Mrs. Grissom's cheese spreads and chicken salads are the perfect go-to. Ready-to-eat meals and snacks found in the meat or dairy section at your local grocery store. Whether you crave the classic Mrs. Grissom's pimento cheese or the gluten-free select varieties like the cranberry pecan chicken salad, enjoy small-town flavor in every bite. Select the best. Select Mrs. Grissom's.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant. And today, Big Orange Friday, a.k.a. College Colors Day. August the 30th, we have our orange on today, Friday before the game. And you can get your orange at Alumni Hall, online at alumnihall.com. If you live in Knoxville, you can get Alumni Hall from 3 places: Turkey Creek, West Town Mall, and Paper Mill location. If you're outside of Tennessee, you can get some Alumni Hall in the Mid-State, in the Tri-Cities. But again, online, alumnihall.com, your headquarters for everything orange and white. But today, College Colors Day. Rock that orange. Proud.
I've got more orange on than you. I got shoes, a ring, and a shirt. And I was wearing a Tennessee hat, although that was white. That actually, I went home to Huntsville last weekend. My mom asked me to stop by and get an Alumni Hall gift card to bring home with her. And I was in there. I was looking at the hats and happened to pick up this dope new hat from Alumni Hall. It says Rocky Top on it. If you're watching on the video, you can see it. It's got the little Nike check mark, and then it says Rocky Top below it. I fell in love with it. It was like love at first sight. I said, oh, I got to have that hat, although I already have a million of them.
That is pretty sweet.
You can get one at Alumni Hall.
I will go get one. I love my VFL hat though. I get questions all the time. Where did you get that hat? Where did you get that hat? Alumni Hall.
Yep.
Are you trying to say, Ben, that you are a bigger VFL than me because you have a more orange? Is that what you're trying to say? You're a bigger fan? You're a better fan than me? Is that what you're trying to say, Ben?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm trying to say. No, I have to wear all my orange on Friday because I don't get to wear orange on Saturdays. Since I'll be covering the games this year in the press box, I will not be allowed to wear Tennessee gear, which is kind of depressing.
What about your ring? You gonna change out your wedding band?
Yep. Can't wear any orange in the press box. I'm supposed to be neutral.
Good luck with that. Let's get back to the phones. And who we got?
We got Foxville.
Foxville, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Great, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. There was a couple of things that I wanted to touch on, and not entirely football related. Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to let you guys know, really appreciate the show, everything you guys do. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, the thing that makes you guys stand out that's so much different than every other show is, to me anyway, is your heart. And I guess, for the last probably 6 years, let's just say that I've had a really tough stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to sound silly to some people, but I'll tell you why. Your show has actually, it's been one of the things that's helped me through. And it's weird to say that because I know it's a sports show, but I don't see it as just a sports show. There's no other shows that do Adam. There's that I know of. You're not afraid to tell the truth. You're not afraid to talk about mental health. You're not afraid to talk about the things that matter in this life. But yeah, man, it's one of the things. It's not the only thing, but I don't always get to listen in live or anything, so I always catch up on the podcast. But that's the reason why I'll drive an hour and a half to go to a barbecue breakfast. It's not because you're some celebrity or just because you played football at Tennessee. I mean, it's because I see the genuine nature of both of you guys. Your compassion, the truth that you tell. You're not afraid to use your platform wisely. And, man, that has meant a lot to me because there's so much crowd. There's so much. So much stuff in this world. That's just, it's a lot. But I appreciate.
Foxville, man, I really appreciate your comments, and you're right. Life is not easy at all, and we go through rough patches. And for a lot of us, sports is that escape. Tennessee has been that escape for us, and it's not been a great escape when you look at the wins and losses. But the people, the people that you can lean on, the people that makes things easier for you because they care about you, and that's what gets you along. When you kind of remove yourself from the situation and understand that it's bigger than you and I. There's people counting on us, and that we've all gone through rough patches. I have, transitioning from football to everyday life, and you rely on the people that you love and care about, your family, your friends, and I like to think that the Swain event, the show, which started off just being a show, is a little bit more, it's bigger than that. I get a kick out of seeing Turkey Man or seeing Vol Storm, seeing everyone that comes to events. I get a kick out of it. It means the world to me, Foxville, and just thank you so much for sharing that. And we have to take a break, top of the hour break, so we'll do that, and we'll come back. But thanks so much, Foxville, for those comments. It really means the world to us. Thank you. Hour 3 coming up. Not hour 2. Hour 3 is coming up here after this short break. Stay with us.
the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
While the players are gearing up for the gridiron, it's time for you to get geared up at Alumni Hall. Find the best selection of Nike, Nike Golf, Peter Millar, and all of those retro logos you love. And the 2 for $28 t-shirt deal? Game changer. And don't forget about the rest of your game day crew. There are plenty of options for the entire family and to upgrade that tailgate. Shop now at one of their 6 convenient locations in Tennessee or 24/7 at alumnihall.com. It's football time in Tennessee.
In debt? In too deep? Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union says, stop treading water and get out of the deep end. If you've got debt, make a splash and come get some cash. If Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union can refinance your car, boat, camper, motorcycle, credit cards, personal or home loan, they'll pay you up to $500. So come take the plunge right now. Refinance your loans. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union will pay you. 5 convenient locations. Visit atfcu.com. Equal housing lender.
You're listening to the Swain event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com.
Hour 3 here on the Swain event, and Fox Vol, man, just thank you so much. You know, we have fun on this show, and we joke around. We joke on each other more than anything. And DR Vol and Vol Storm is awesome getting on here. We all make fun of each other, but I really appreciate your words. They mean a lot, and I understand the platform. I understand the show is bigger than just talking sports. I totally get that. And we've had several folks reach out to us and tell us how the show has helped them get through. We talked to actually had lunch with someone that is doing awesome now, but wasn't years ago, and shared that with us. And we're privileged, honored. We understand. It's certainly the platform that we want to be responsible with, and that's the approach each and every day. So thanks so much, Fox Vol. Really appreciate it.
We are one big family. That's kind of the way I look at it. It's like this morning, Chip Payne is having a tough morning, and is going to have a tough weekend because his dog passed away yesterday, and I just was going back and forth with him, just talking to him, and Chip Payne and I go back and forth all the time, jabbing each other. But I mean, it's bigger than that. We are one big family, and I do the same thing with Volstorm, with DR Vol and Chip Payne, with you. When something serious pops up, the jokes go away, and that's when it really shows that we are truly one big Swain event family, and that's what I love so much.
Family fight too, though. Ain't no doubt about that. Family get after each other, so we can love each other, fight a little bit, and love each other again. That's what family does. So let's get back to the phones this morning. Getting all mushy this morning.
I'm in my feelings, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with getting in your feelings sometimes. Feelings. Who we got there?
Devontae, and then Joe and Augusta.
Devontae, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning?
Wonderful, man. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I just want to say this. I'm going to say something else after this.
Okay.
Rocket Top, you will always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocket Top. Woo! Rocket Top, Tennessee. Okay, I just had to do this. But look, how you guys doing, man?
Wonderful.
We're going to beat these boys tomorrow 45-10. Only reason they going to get 10 because they going to get it real late.
Gotcha.
We're going to beat these boys to oblivious. We're going to handle some business next week. And I'll tell you another story next week. But I got one question. Then I'm out of here. I'm going to let you guys do your thing because y'all do a darn good job, man.
What you got?
Who is the play caller on the defense? I know Henry going to play, but is Henry going to call the plays, or is Henry going to take the second wheel spot, the wheel spot, and the mic's gonna be Will Ignan.
I don't have a direct answer from me, but according to Coach Pruitt, all of the inside linebackers are capable of calling the plays. He even said that Jeremy Banks is capable of calling the plays if need be. I would put my money on Will Ignat and maybe a little bit of Henry To'oTo'o.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was told once when I was having a conversation with my guy the other day, and I was telling him that, Daniel ain't gonna play, but we got some guys who can call the plays, but I didn't know if Henry was just that strong where he can just come in and boop, I'm gonna do it. Okay.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
It'll be good though. I ain't seen a freshman that good in a minute, man. We here. We here to stay. We're gonna be 8-4. I know I'm jumping off the edge this morning. I'm just letting y'all know how I feel bright and early. I love you guys. Show doing well. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you, man. Thanks for the phone call. Yeah, Henry To'oTo'o is very intelligent, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's calling some of the defense along with others. I mean, Will Ignat and other inside linebackers, like you just said, from Pruitt, I won't be surprised at all. When he said I had a question for y'all, I thought he was going to say, "You got my back. You got my back. You got my back." I thought he was going there, man.
You think Jeremy Pruitt will do that in the locker room tomorrow?
That's a good one, Ben. That's your best joke all day.
Now, I will say, Pruitt said all of the inside linebackers are capable of calling the plays on defense.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you $10 if J.J. Peterson is out there calling the plays on Saturday.
Let's go to the phone. Let's go to the phone.
We got Joe and Augusta.
Joe and Augusta, good morning.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Same old, man. I wanted to reiterate Foxball's point here for just a second, and I got one more thing I'll get to.
Okay.
But, when I had a concussion back in, 16, and this was before I even really listened to y'all, because, I'm down here. I don't get around much up that way as much as I'd like to. And I reached out to you, and I said, look, man, I had a concussion, and it was – I've had 4 or 5, but this was the worst one I'd ever had. The lights were out for pretty much half an hour. I was awake, but I had no memory. I still have no memory of, that 30 to 45 minutes that I was out. And, within about 10 minutes, you were back. You were like, man, I've never really been through anything like that. Make sure you get checked out, the whole thing. And I was like, man, that's, this dude's got a lot going on. He played UT, was, had a shot in the NFL, and, just to come back that quick, it meant a lot. And so I really appreciate that, and I completely agree with his statements on that deal.
Thank you, man.
That being said, man, I need y'all to pray for me the next 2 weeks, because my woman has decided that not only because, y'all know I've been getting married. It's next Saturday.
Ooh, yeah.
When we come back from the honeymoon, we are moving 3 days later. So it's going to be, get back in town. She's going out of town for work for 2 days, and then coming back and we're closing on a house and we have to move. So, the next 14 days are going to be ridiculous.
Are you going to miss any of the BYU game?
The wedding's at 5, so it should be done by 5:36. We should be, settling in for the ceremony and all that stuff, and there are actually TVs at the venue. That was the request.
Yeah, I mean, the game is at 7. It's one thing for just a normal guest to pull out their phone and watch the game. You the groom, man, you can't do that. You got to actually pay attention.
No. I'm gonna have the boys turn the TV on off to the side.
Gotcha.
I'll kind of sneak over there, stuff like that. Besides, they got smoked by Utah last night. If we can't beat a team that gets smoked by Utah, I mean, I probably don't want to watch in the first place.
Yeah, well, Joe, if Utah and Tennessee plays today, I don't know who would win that game, to be honest. I think Utah will probably be
I would pick Utah
10-point favorite at this point.
I can't see it, man. It's the Pac-12.
Yeah, Joe, Utah pretty good, though.
Man, you could take Maryville out there and win the Pac-12 North.
Yeah, maybe so, but Utah's gonna be pretty good this year. That's why it's hard to really know how good BYU is, because did BYU force Utah to play bad, or is Utah overrated? It's the first game of the season, so it's really hard. But a lot of people feel like Utah's gonna be good this year. But I do agree with you. The Pac-12 is
butt booty terrible.
I mean, I watched BYU over the past several years, and that team I saw last night is probably their worst version of the past 5 years.
Yeah, Tennessee should win the game, but they got to play clean. They got to play clean, and I won't say they have to play mistake free, but they don't need to have 100 and something yards and penalties and multiple turnovers like Florida did. You can't do that.
Sure. But hey, if y'all happen to bail out of town and go to the beach to watch football tomorrow, come find me. I will be in Hilton Head around the Tiki Hut watching football.
Joe, you didn't have to give us those details. You didn't have to tell us that.
Well, you know what, Joe? I'll be at Neyland Stadium. Take that.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot there.
I'll be in the press box. Does that sound?
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, that'll work.
We'll be watching the game, not at the beach, drinking cold alcoholic beverages and having a good time.
Yeah, we leaving out at 6 a.m. We're going to have a game day set up in the tent on the beach tomorrow morning come 9 o'clock.
That's awesome. I hope you have a great time.
Always.
Congratulations, Joe.
Hey, man. Y'all have a good weekend.
See you, man. I ain't asked Joe to give us details about how he's going to watch the game.
Well, you know what, Joe? I'll be in Neyland Stadium. Beat that, my friend.
Oh, man. Checking out the text box. Zach C says, show the hat again. So he wants to see the hat again. That is
it's a white hat, so it may be hard to see on the television. I can tweet out a photo of it.
Yeah, it's a orange Nike check, and underneath the check it just says Rocky Top. It's a nice get up. So yeah, tweet the picture out, tag Alumni Hall, let them know that let the people know that where they can get the hat. Hour 3, powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare. Man, we're powering through hour number 3 here on the Swain event. So stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Hey y'all, check it out. Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue has a brand new happy hour special right now that you don't want to miss. Get $2 off of their fantastic barbecue queso appetizer from 2 to 4 p.m. That's queso loaded with your choice of pork, chicken, or brisket and served with Frito scoops. And for the rest of the month, check out their new Pig and Peaches salad for $11. This thing is loaded with salad mix, grape tomatoes, fire-roasted peaches, pickled red onions, pork belly burn-ins, goat cheese, and topped with a delicious balsamic vinaigrette. Dead End Barbecue. The barbecue search is over.
Soreness, bumps, and bruises are a part of everyday life, whether you're a Vol or not. Surgery can be too, even for weekend warriors. Something that can get you back to feeling your best is therapeutic massage. If you've had surgery or are feeling the wear and tear of life, give our friends at In Touch Massage Knoxville a visit. They have a hand-picked staff and offer a clinical focus for folks going through joint replacement and cancer treatment. They serve neurological patients like those being treated for MS, ALS, and Parkinson's. Their staff even includes a lymphedema specialist. Plus, they offer a great relaxation massage. Don't ignore your pain any longer. Let the therapists from In Touch Massage Knoxville help. Located just west of downtown Knoxville at 601 South Concord Street, or find them online at intouchmassagenknoxville.com and on the phone at 865-236-1425.
Due to a special purchase, Beatty Chevrolet has over 100 pre-owned crossovers and SUVs at tremendous savings during the $1 Million Markdown event. 100 crossovers and SUVs from Chevrolet, Ford, Nissan, Volkswagen, Toyota, Honda, Mazda, and more. All makes and models starting at $89.95. And we'll buy your vehicle on the spot. Plus, get the Beatty warranty for life during the $1 Million Markdown. Only at Beatty Chevrolet in Knoxville or shop BeattyChevrolet.com. Sale prices plus tax, title, and license.
Do you want a custom-themed tumbler or bottle to show off your team spirit every day of the week? Then look no further than Game Time Sidekicks. All of their bottles and tumblers are double-walled, vacuum-insulated stainless steel, and their quality is second to none in the tumbler market. New this year are their stemless 12-ounce tumblers, perfect for repping your team while enjoying your favorite wine. They also have new 3-in-1 jackets to use as a koozie for a can or bottle, or you can pop a lid on it and use it as a 12-ounce tumbler or coffee cup. Be sure to check out everything Game Time Sidekicks has to offer at GameTimeSidekicks.com. Game Time Sidekicks, helping fans show your colors and carry your team with unique gear you will actually use. We have all made the mistake of dropping or breaking our smartphones. See? But did you know that you can have it repaired for a fraction of the cost it takes to replace it? Well, you can, because iDrop is the area's leading mobile repair store, home of the 1 hour or less phone repair, 1-year parts warranty, and #1 customer service. Broken screens, cracked cameras, charging ports, batteries, you break it, we'll fix it. If you didn't break your phone, protect it with one of our leading accessories such as LifeProof, OtterBox, UAG, Incipico, Caseology, and Spec. Visit our West Hills location at 7115 Kingston Pike between Office Depot and Hardee's, or call 865-888-9740 and speak with our trained technicians to see how we can get your phone working today. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Eight 250-503 B-Dry Waterproofing Hotline. Before we get back to the hotline, Foxball, we had to take a top of the hour hard break, and so we didn't get a chance to get you back on in hour number 2. But Foxball, give me a shout, man. If you're on Twitter, send me a DM or email or whatever. Just give me a shout, Foxball. 865-250-503. Who we got next?
Boy, do we have a duo on the line.
Who we got?
Volstorm and TC in Athens.
Oh, man. Let's get the Volstorm first. Volstorm, good morning.
Guys, from Memphis to Mountain City, it's time to put on the orange and crank up the Rocky Top.
That's right. That is right, my friend.
I just want to know why you didn't start with Aubrey Solomon.
I just got one question for you. You got my back?
I got your back.
You got my back?
I got your back.
Oh, my goodness. And I love the amazing random phone call from Titan Bill. That's the first thing I was able to tune into this morning.
Yeah, I don't know if that was shade or what, man. I don't know, man.
Titans Bill getting excited about a preseason win, about like Ben.
Titan Bill was like, yeah, my Titans won yesterday. Oh, okay, really? Huh. Are you trying to throw some shade at my Bears, Titans Bill? Is that what you trying to do this morning? You want this smoke this morning, Titans Bill? Is that what you're asking for?
My third team's better than your third team.
Oh, man. I love Titans Bill, man.
Guys, let's talk about this game for a second.
Do we have to?
I think that I think the biggest trouble Tennessee is going to have is going to be BYU's defense. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I listened to I think it's their play-by-play guy on another station, and he was talking about how that coach is he's very defensive minded. So BYU's defense is going to be their key, not so much their offense, and they're going to be relying a lot on that quarterback. So it doesn't surprise me the way the game turned out last night.
We play BYU this weekend or next weekend?
Oh, we got a bye week this week.
Oh, okay.
So our week 1 is next week. This is week 0.
This is week 0.
First time in history, Tennessee starts the first week with a bye. Oh man.
Oh my!
I feel bad for Georgia State. Like if you're a Georgia State fan or alum, and you listen to us, we just totally disrespectful to your team. But you kind of got to understand. I mean, you just started your program a couple of years ago. You won 2 games last year. I mean, come on now. Yeah, you get it.
Swain, what was it you used to tell us about how Coach Fulmer tried to get y'all pumped up for these type of games, and y'all just be like, yeah,
Yeah. Now, Coach would say this. I will give Coach credit. During the week, he would make sure that we were playing at a certain level and practicing and doing what we need to do to go out there and win the game as if we're playing against Alabama or Florida. But I remember right before the Vol Walk, so we would leave the hotel and come to the complex, and the Vol Walk would start right at Gibbs. Now they got smarter and put the Vol Walk at the Torch. Thank you. Somebody got smart and said, you know what, let's not walk as far because we're getting ready to play a football game. But I remember we would meet in the complex first and then walk from Gibbs. But that little meeting, we had like a little 5 or 10 minute meeting right before the walk. And Coach Fulmer would address us and he would say, listen, guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. We play our best game, they play their best game, we're gonna win. And that was his way of saying, yo, this team is boo-boo. This team is boo-boo, but I can't let you know that and say that because I want you to go out there and be focused. I cannot allow a Appy State, Michigan to happen. I can't allow that to happen. But I'm going to tell you the truth the best way I can, and that is you play your game, they play their game, you should win.
All I got to say is Georgia State, Georgia Tech, Georgia School of Cosmetology, I don't give a damn. Balls by 50. Make sure TC's not calling collect. See you, boys!
Why didn't Volstorm mention the Bulldogs?
Oh, I don't know, man. I guess he's leaving that for TC to do.
And we honestly need to respect Georgia State because Rob Lanier's down there, and we need to respect his school after everything he gave to Tennessee the last couple of years.
Nah.
Okay, that's fine.
TC, good morning.
Brother McKee and Deacon Swain, it's good to be with you this morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Pastor.
Oh, brother. The good book tells us there's a time for everything. There's a time to sow and a time to reap. There's a time to laugh and a time to cry. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time to gather once again on the halo grounds of Neyland Stadium to see our boys in Big Orange. They're clad in orange and white wearing the Power T.
Well,
that Power T opens up with the pride of the Southland Band.
Preach.
Lifting that song up to the heavens, and our team runs through that T. It's time to hear the voice say, pay these prices and pay no more. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. What time is it? It is football time in Tennessee. So, ladies and gentlemen, gather together once again, and let's lift our voices and say, go Vols, beat those Georgia State Panthers. Amen.
Amen. Got the Holy Ghost up in here. Got me dancing like Beyonce, TC. Got the Holy Ghost, man.
Boy.
Woo, TC.
This morning.
Oh, TC, man. Good stuff. Good stuff, TC. You ready to go?
Man, I'm ready to watch it. Unfortunately, I can't get up there. I got a gig tomorrow night down here in Athens. But, but I'll definitely be watching the game and looking to. The main thing I think I'm going to be looking for tomorrow is, I think we got playmakers on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
I'm really going to be watching the lines of scrimmage and see what happens there.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously it's a team that we ought to dominate, but, in the last few years, there's several teams we should have dominated on the line of scrimmage, and we didn't. And so it'll be interesting just to kind of watch that and see if these guys finally, put it together and able to handle both sides of the line and make sure they can line up correctly. That was an issue last year. We had so many stinking penalties just because offensive linemen didn't know how to line up.
Yeah.
And so just little things like that are kind of the things I'm going to be looking for going into the BYU game. So what about you, Swain? What are you kind of keeping your eye on?
That's it, man. I want Jared Garantano to be able to drop back in the pocket and literally count the laces on the football before he throws it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Ty Chandler run through holes so big that he's not touched until 5 yards down the field. That's going to make me feel a whole lot better about this offensive line. I want to see penetration in the backfield or on defensive line. I think I need to see that entering game 2 versus BYU. I need to see domination because on the inside, I do. I know we're going to see that on the outside. I know their athletes is not going to match up with ours, but I'm just like you, TC. I want to see domination in the trenches.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. obviously, Chandler, man, he's fun to watch, and really hadn't been a whole lot of talk about him, it seems like, this offseason, but, I think he can get it done, play in and play out, but looking forward, to seeing this Eric Gray kid, because been hearing a lot of stuff about him.
Yeah, that's kind of how we do things, man. We like, shiny new toys. Eric Gray is a shiny new toy, and Ty Chandler's a starter. Of all the bracketed co-starters on the depth chart, on the offensive line, defensive line, in other areas, there's not any question about who is the top dog in that running back room, and that is Ty Chandler. So yeah, we haven't talked much about Ty Chandler. As much, I'll take that back. We should have talked more about him, but we're used to him making plays. Like we've seen it before. Yeah. We know he's a playmaker already. We were just happy that we have a new playmaker that we can use game 1, day 1 in Eric Gray. So yeah, I'm pumped to see Ty Chandler do what he does. He has the rock. Like he has the rock. He has the starting job. I'm looking forward to seeing a big day out of him in an early unwrapping of the tape to get ready for BYU.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Hey, man, just want to reiterate what Fox Ball said. You guys are the best. Appreciate you so much. And hopefully get up there to see you guys soon, man. Go Vols.
Hey, thank you, man. Tell those girls I said hey. 865-250-503, B, Dry Waterproofing Hotline.
Top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone.
I think I need to pass the collection plate around to the Vol congregation. From TC's phone call right there. That was some good stuff. Hour 3 will continue after this.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Once 2 strangers climbed on Rocky Top looking for a moonshine still. Strangers ain't come down.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling because you'll know that you're in love.
Tap water often contains harmful chemicals and additives. When you call for your free water test from Hiller, we'll show you exactly what's in your water and how to remove it. Enjoy cleaner, healthier water in your home. Visit happyhiller.com to schedule your free in-home appointment today.
On the happy face truck today.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. The next thing you know, you're being arrested for DUI. Be responsible, but remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call DUI and criminal defense attorney Marcos Garza. Put this number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty. Say Garza. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
The year's going by so fast. The good news is it's football season. The bad news is, well, there's a bunch of stuff you still need to do this year, like get a health checkup. I recommend Low T Center. You can get all of your levels checked with a $99 complete health assessment. Low T Center exclusively treats men, and they make it quick and easy. Plus, it's covered by most health insurance. Call 865-392-1388, or you can schedule your appointment online at lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hey, Mr. Max, you heard the lowdown? Nah, homie, give me the word on what's going on. Tell them what it is, Big Will.
Mac, now the lowdown is no money down, only at the new Open Franklin Motors in Alcoa. No money down at the new Open Franklin Motors in Alcoa. Not $1,000 down, not $100 down, not even a nickel down. Low down, no down, only at the new Open Franklin Motors in Alcoa. 2 minutes from the airport, so fly on down to the new Open Franklin Motors next to Walmart, home of the original low down, no down payment. That is, why would you buy from anywhere else when you know we gonna get you done? Good credit, bad credit, slow credit, we will get you approved. So come on down to 911 Louisville Road, the new Open Franklin Motors next to Walmart, or call 865-980-8216. Turn down for what?
I'm Vince Moore, wide receiver, VFL 1991, and you're listening to the Swain Event. Around the SEC, powered by 42nd Street Marketing, your game-winning play call for design, marketing, and branding.
All right, it's time for Around the SEC. That is brought to you by 42nd Street. 42sd.com is the website. 865-382-7007 is the telephone number. Around the SEC, again, brought by 42nd Street. They handle marketing, they handle branding, website design, logo design, and print design. Ben, what do we have today?
Real quick before I dive in, I do want to let Foxball know that Dustin says on the text box that he has a lot of listeners that are thinking about him. He wanted to relay that message to Foxball. So with that being said, Around the SEC, looking at an article from 247 that they put together examining the 2019 Team Talent Composite. So they took all the talent rankings, all the recruiting rankings, and ranked the teams 1 through however many college football teams there are based off of the composite rankings of what the players were ranked in high school. And if my computer will pull it up, I will share with you the rankings. Obviously, Alabama is number 1. Ohio State is number 2, Georgia number 3, USC number 4, LSU number 5, and then we will skip ahead to where Tennessee is, which is 15th. So according to 247, based off recruiting rankings, Tennessee has the 15th most talented team in the country.
What was that top 5 again?
Top 5. One stands out amongst all of them. Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, USC, and LSU.
See, what happened was, USC better win the Pac-12.
Which ain't gonna happen. I think they lose to Fresno State this weekend.
They gotta get some wins, or they will be looking for a new coach.
Yep.
And I don't know how I feel about that article. I mean, Tennessee. I think Tennessee does have top 20 talent, but you still gotta have depth. You still gotta have a little bit of luck with injuries. And Tennessee has not been on the good side of that recently. So I don't really have a strong take or opinion on that. I mean, Tennessee has talent. I mean,
I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, they got about 4 or 5 guys that have a chance to get drafted this year. And so, cool.
I'm with you. Amongst SEC teams, Tennessee is 6th behind Alabama, Georgia, LSU, A&M, and Auburn. So according to this article, Tennessee is the 2nd most talented team in the SEC East based off of recruiting rankings. But as we say all the time, recruiting rankings aren't everything. I'm with you. I think Tennessee has top 20, top 25 talent.
Yeah.
But they don't have top 20, top 25 football players.
Yeah. Or depth.
Or depth, correct. Yeah. So just an interesting tidbit, and I thought it was an interesting article from 247. Now, I want to talk SEC quarterbacks because our guy, well, never mind. I'm not going to call him our guy because I'm not a fan of him personally, but I do love listening to him break down quarterbacks in the SEC, and that is Jordan Rodgers.
Oh, that's your boy.
No, that is not my boy. I can't stand Jordan Rodgers. From
Golly. Tell how you really feel, man.
It's not really his fault. His personality isn't necessarily the personality that I jive well, to be honest. But the real reason I don't like Jordan Rodgers is because he was on The Bachelorette, and I was forced to watch The Bachelorette every single week.
You had a choice.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Okay. But I do enjoy listening to him break down quarterbacks, and he had an interesting couple of tweets yesterday. I'm going to share with you the blind quarterback resumes that he shared on Twitter.
Okay.
QB1, and these are passing stats in 5 games versus 5 top 30 defenses last year.
Okay.
QB1, a 52% completion percentage, 169 yards per game, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
That don't sound great.
No. Quarterback number 2, a 55% completion percentage, which is just a 3% better, 178 yards per game, which is 9 more yards than the other quarterback, and then 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions compared to 0 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Both had a record of 3-2, and Jordan says the perception of these two quarterbacks and how good they are and where they are is wildly different. Which quarterback would you take, QB1 or QB2? I'll show you the stats. I know that's kind of hard to.
Oh, I'm taking just basing looking at the stats. I'm taking the 5 touchdowns. QB2, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I guess
QB1 was Joe Burrow at LSU. QB2 was Felipe Franks at Florida.
Ooh.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. But he put that out there because he ranked the SEC quarterbacks.
I saw that. Had Jared 6.
Yep, 6th quarterback in the SEC. And behind the expected quarterbacks is 1 through 5, where obviously Tua Tagovailoa number 1, Jake Fromm number 2, Kellen Mond, who looked really good last night, number 3, Jake Bentley number 4, Tommy Stevens number 5, Jared Garantano number 6.
Who's Jared Garantano?
Oh, you said it wrong too during the TC's call. I looked at you
God,
to see if you could pick up
man.
Garantano.
Garantano.
God. How long do you think it's going to take for us to adjust? End of September.
I did two radio hits yesterday. I did one early this morning, and I think I said Garantano. I think I said it right. But it was like an awkward pause before I said it. Like I was thinking about it. So yeah, man, Jared Garantano. He's the key to the offense. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. But I think Jared is properly placed right now. But I think after the season, folks who felt like this quarterback was better than Jared won't. I think Jared's going to prove to be better than some of the guys that were listed. Joe Burrow definitely has more weapons around him than Jared as far as offense, defense, and special teams. There's more, there's more weapons, there's more players. Maybe Felipe Franks has the same, but I'm sorry, Jared is better than Felipe Franks, and Jared has a chance to prove that he may be better than Joe Burrow. I don't know.
Yep.
Just when you look at their individual performances, he may prove to be better. We'll see. I always enjoy listening to Jordan Rodgers talk about quarterback play. I do. He does a great job. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah,
we'll keep it going. We gotta get to the text box at some point too.
Yeah. Do you have a prediction for the Oregon-Auburn game? There really aren't a ton of big-time SEC games.
Go Ducks!
This week. Really, I love the potential of the Ole Miss-Memphis game. I think that could be a great football game. I think Memphis wins that one. Ole Miss is going to be terrible on defense.
You picking a lot of upsets, man.
What was the other one? Well,
USC, Fresno.
Yeah. I went 4-0 last night on my picks against the spread. You may want to listen to me. I went 1-1 last week.
You may want to listen to Buck Nasty. Make yourself some money. You and Buck Nasty could team up, make some money.
We were talking about that last night because we both had I forget which game we were talking about. I think the Cincinnati game. We picked Cincinnati to cover, and they did. But there's not a whole lot of great games this weekend. Ole Miss, Memphis, Duke, Alabama isn't a great game. I won't even turn that on. South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Vanderbilt. That'll be a blowout. Oregon, Auburn. Why is Missouri playing at Wyoming? That's what I want to know. Why is Missouri playing at Wyoming?
Unreal. DR Vol says, color me shocked. You listen to Jordan Rogers, Vanderbilt.
Yep.
Dustin says, will you let Fox Vol know that listeners thinking about him? We already read that. Vols made Texas says, pick 'em. South Carolina versus North Carolina. Oregon versus Auburn. Tennessee versus the best scout team in the nation. I'm going to go South Carolina. They cannot lose to North Carolina.
No.
Because if they lose North Carolina, followed by the hardest schedule in the country, there's going to be some problems for the Gamecocks this year. So I think South Carolina will win. And then Auburn, Oregon. Like, Oregon is the Pac-12's last hope for respect for the conference. Seriously.
Them in Utah.
Yeah, I mean, like, if Auburn wipes the floor with Oregon, the Pac-12 might get canceled for the entire year. Like, no one's going to pay attention to the Pac-12.
They really may start playing games at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, because they were thinking about it. I mean, honestly, if Auburn beats Oregon down, why should College Game Day go to a Pac-12 game this year? Don't waste our time.
If it's late in the year and Utah is still undefeated and has the potential to make the playoffs, I could see it.
And they play someone stinky, why would you go to that game?
If they play Oregon or Washington.
If Oregon or Washington is like a one-loss team, something like that, then maybe.
With Oregon's lone loss being to Auburn. But I picked Oregon to beat Auburn. I picked South Carolina to beat North Carolina and Oregon to beat Auburn. I don't trust true freshman quarterbacks making their debut against good football teams.
Yeah. M. Cossey 11 says, why won't they keep Jeremy Banks at running back? I feel like he can be a difference maker at running back. Well, I think there's a couple different reasons why. I think one is Eric Gray. You can't keep him off the field. He's a playmaker for you. Number two, Dan Batuli being out the first game. If you have an injury at linebacker during the game, then you're in trouble. So you got to be prepared for that. Jeremy Banks can obviously play linebacker, so I think that's why he's playing linebacker. Now, listen, I don't like guys moving back and forth because you can never really get used to one position, but if anyone can do it, it's Jeremy Banks. He can play linebacker. He can play running back, and he's willing to do so. So he's unselfish, loves to play, and he wants to play. So I'm telling you, fall camp, Banks was in danger of being lapped by Eric Gray. Eric Gray's just special. Sometimes that happens. So you want to put your best players on the field, and this is the way to do that with Banks playing linebacker.
I mean, he's already running with the second team. I was told from people who watched him every day at practice last year, he's better at inside linebacker than he is at running back.
Yeah. Mocha Jones says, who is this Allie? I won't say her last name. Posting a video of her walking with Moose. I'm guessing that's Brian Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer has a girlfriend.
That's his girlfriend. That's his boo thing.
Yeah, that's his bae.
Are Tennessee fans worried that he may wife her up and his ability to recruit will dissipate?
No, I don't think so because she understands.
She recruits with him.
Yeah, like she gets it. So
she's active on Twitter, always tweeting about Tennessee.
Yeah, so she gets it. She gets it. Just no kids. Let us get to Atlanta first.
Let us get established.
Let us get to the the SEC championship game in Atlanta first. We can do that. Niedermeyer, then you can go have some kids, okay? Until then, we need you focusing on recruiting. Recruiting, Allie. We don't have any time for a distraction of a baby.
And then maybe coaching a little tight ends here and there.
Recruit. I don't want Niedermeyer changing any diapers. I don't want him have to worry about feeding some little kid.
Some little snotty nosed kid.
Keep your focus on recruiting. And Allie.
Or would it be a benefit
kids.
for Niedermeyer to have kids, and then we can have more mooses recruiting?
No. They can't even talk, man. No. No distractions. No kids. No kids in Niedermeyer, man. None. Wait until Tennessee is competing for a conference championship. Then you can have kids, Moose. I am banning you from having kids. Mr. White 865 says, call me crazy, but Dobbs will probably be traded to the Bears.
I think he'll be traded. Don't know where.
We got a backup quarterback. We good, man.
You're going to feel good if Tyler Bray comes into a game if Mitchell Trubisky gets hurt?
What am I supposed to say here? You've been setting me up all show, man.
Well, you set yourself up on this one because you said we already have a backup quarterback.
We do.
But if you don't feel good about him, do you really have a backup quarterback?
I didn't say I didn't feel good about him. Ben, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to make me say I would take Tyler Bray over Dobbs? Is that what you're trying to do?
It sounds like you would prefer Dobbs over Bray.
No, I actually would prefer Bray over Dobbs.
Really?
For my Bears. Yeah. I would.
I'd like to see Dobbs go to the Rams or to the 49ers.
The reason why I would take Bray over Dobbs as my backup quarterback is because Tyler Bray knows his offense inside and out because he was with Matt Nagy, Kansas City.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Speaking of NFL quarterbacks.
What kind of friend have you been?
I'm a great friend.
Golly, you've been setting me up all show, man.
Please, I almost said a bad word accidentally. You set me up all the time. All the time.
Mrs. McKee, come get your boy. Come get your son.
Let's. You're not going to distract me from making my point.
He over here cussing on radio, Nita. I know you're racing better than that.
I need to go hit the dump button so she doesn't hear this. Speaking of NFL quarterbacks.
All right, what you got?
The greatest quarterback of all time will be starting for the Miami Dolphins next weekend when Ryan Fitzmagic starts for the Dolphins. I just wanted to point that out there. We didn't get a chance to get to Attaboy today.
Man.
But an Attaboy goes to Ryan Fitzmagic, the greatest quarterback in the history of quarterbacks.
So you just gonna crap on Peyton like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like you crapped on Peyton yesterday.
Oh, no, I didn't, man.
Like, I know what you're trying to do, trying to set me up there.
Yeah, I'm setting you up now. Ben hates Peyton.
I do. Big Ben's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Oh, man.
I'll go. Who was Robert Hubbs was the former Tennessee player that he always caught flack for that.
He's a Patriots fan, so he likes Tom Brady more than Peyton. Chase Daniel is still on the roster, my friends, the backup quarterback. So
why does Al from PA think it's a good idea to comment on quarterbacks on the text box?
Yeah, Al, you don't have any quarterback privileges anymore, Al. Sorry, man.
And quite honestly, he disagrees with me that Josh Dobbs is better than Tyler Bray. I don't think that you can necessarily definitively say one way or the other which one is better. Neither one of them have really done anything in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, Dobbs is a better college quarterback than Bray. But for me, I want someone that is comfortable in that system. Bray certainly is. And did y'all see Bray play yesterday? It looked pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, it's no offense to Dobbs. I just rather have Bray as my backup quarterback than Dobbs. So,
and I would take Dobbs over Bray right now because they're in different stages of their career. Dobbs, it still has the potential to be a starting quarterback one day if everything strikes correctly. I think that time has passed for Tyler Bray. That's the only reason I'm saying. Teams aren't trading for Tyler Bray. Teams will trade for Josh Dobbs.
Vols Guy 78 says, don't block the Moose, Swain. Oh, yeah. No kids, Moose. No kids until Tennessee competes for an SEC championship game. Chris from Dyer says, Niedermeyer ain't got no time for 2 a.m. feedings. That's right. If you're going to be up at 2 a.m., I need you DMing recruits. DMing recruits. Sliding in the DMs, talking to recruits at 2 a.m. Not feeding your kid. No kids until Tennessee is great again. 865-255-03 B Drive Waterproofing Hotline. Who we got next?
Triple O.
Triple O, good morning.
Man, we can't even get hyped for this game, man. It's Georgia State.
We trying, man. We trying.
Nah, it ain't no try, man. We just gave up, man.
You was hyped last week.
Yesterday, today I'm looking at it like it's the state of Georgia.
Triple O, you was hyped last week, man. Don't even come on here and pretend.
I was hyped last week, but I'm trying to be subdued because I'm trying to save my hypeness for the greatest triple OG call ever, which will probably be next week. will probably be the greatest call ever.
You was hyped last week because you thought we were playing BYU.
Man, I mean, put it like this. Like I said, man, I saw them two dudes on a bike, and the first thing I thought about was that racist university.
You thought we were playing BYU last week. You was hyped, and then you checked the schedule. Oh, we're playing Georgia State. Oh, man.
It's like, oh snap, man. It's like somebody took my Kool-Aid away from me and gave me water. I was like mad.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
You know, now I'm sitting back. But, come Saturday after the game, I'm focusing all on BYU.
BYU.
The Mormonites will get it next week. They're going to get it from Buck Nasty. They're going to get it from Turkey Man. They're going to get it from Yell. They're going to get it from Volstorm. And I'm going to bring it.
I'm going to be
I'm
nice.
I'm going to go old school. I'm going to bring it to them on a level they probably never heard before.
I'm going to be nice, Triple O. Nice. Don't put me in this, man.
Be nice for what?
Listen, I appreciate them.
Appreciate them for what? Bringing a code in America?
Listen. This is why I appreciate BYU. Okay, I don't have to use my alarm clock on Saturdays because they come to my door and wake me up early in the morning on Saturdays. I don't have to use an alarm clock.
They come to your crib for real? Man, I wish they would come to my house, man.
They have before.
I'll make them drink some coffee in front of me, dude. I got a K-Rick machine. I got one of them K-Rick machines, them K-Cups. Be like, you need to drink this. Why? Because you came to my front door.
What the hell is a K-Rick?
You mean a K-Rick?
What is a K-Rick?
K-Rick, I mean, Garantino, same damn thing.
No wonder Jared didn't try to fix us saying his last name because he knew we would mess it up anyway.
We can't even say Keurig right.
Like I said, I couldn't even say Keurig right. Lord have mercy. Somebody help my soul.
Wake up, Triple O, man. This game will be over. It'll be over soon.
It's Georgia State, man. It's the Georgia State law, man. I'm sitting there like, man, I can't even get crunk for this, man. It's Georgia State, man.
It'll be okay. Tomorrow when Tennessee runs through the tee, you'll be happy. Everything will be okay until about the third quarter. Then you'll get bored and wait for BYU.
To be honest with you, I'll tell you what I'm excited for the most of all. I'm waiting to be honest, the real moment right here. To see Trey Smith put somebody on their butt, to pancake somebody.
Man.
That's gonna make me jump up and might have a tear in my eye. Just because their boys worked so hard over the last 18 months.
Yeah.
I mean, serious moment, like when he pancakes somebody and he's okay, man, thank the Lord. You know what I mean? Seriously, thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'll be excited and nervous. I'm honest. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be nervous watching Trey Smith play football. I'm terrified. It makes me nervous.
Well, put it like this, to be honest with you, like they said, you never know when it's your time. I mean, every day that you're above ground is a blessing.
Yes, sir.
Every moment you can take a breath, it's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take all the blessings while we're being blessed to get those blessings, right?
Yes, sir.
True. Triple O, man.
All right, brothers. Y'all have a great weekend.
Hey, thanks for the phone call, man. That's going to be the play to watch.
Yeah.
The first running play for Tennessee, the guy who was in front of Trey Smith.
Pray for him.
I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we talked you into playing football. You did not sign up for this. It's not your fault. You are going to be caught in the crosshairs.
You just do not know what is coming.
What if he does know? What if he does know? He's sitting in his hotel tonight. He's biting his nails. He's sweating like the GIF of I think it's Key. It's Key.
Yes.
Key.
Yes.
The sweating GIF.
Mm-hmm.
What if that's him today in his hotel room because he knows he has to go up against Trey Smith tomorrow?
He has to fake an injury.
Oh, I would.
especially if he is on the kickoff team.
I'm faking an injury. And as
soon as that first play is over, or we'll go first series. As soon as the first series is over, oh, my leg's feeling better already.
Imagine the next fighter after Buster Douglas. When Mike Tyson got knocked down by Buster Douglas, and then Mike Tyson had to fight the next fight. Imagine that fighter. That next fighter that had to fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah. No thanks.
no, thank you.
I've got the flu. Can't fight today. We have to point out these messages on the text box because they are hilarious. Vaughn Birmingham says that Triple O is the teacher from the hood. LOL. Jake Wellen. You talk about Key and Peele, that skit. That is Triple O.
Triple O said,
what a block A?
A Craig. Who was a Craig?
You mean the Keurig?
Talking about Craig and Day Day? You talking about coffee? You talking about Craig and Day Day drinking coffee? What? What are you talking about, Triple O?
Who knows? And then Chris from Dyer says, tell Triple O we can tell Swain lives in the good part of town if the Mormons are knocking on his door early on Saturday mornings.
Hey, man, I do live in West Knoxville, but I don't live in Farragut, though. Not yet. I'm trying
you
to work
live over there by Chris Lowe?
I'm trying to work. Yeah, Chris Lowe lives in Farragut. He's big time. I'm trying to work myself up. If I keep working hard, one day I'll get to live in Chris Lowe's neighborhood. One day.
Yeah, Triple O called the Keurig the K-Rig like Chris Lowe called you Jason.
K-Rig? I was like, what?
What is a K-Rig?
What is that? Is that a bootleg coffee machine? Where do you get that from, man? Where do you get that from? The swap meet? The auction?
A bootleg.
Dollar store? Where do you get that from?
It's probably written on Sharpie on the side.
Is that on eBay or Craigslist? Where do you get this from? I have no clue. Oh boy, Triple O. No, seriously, I'm excited for Tennessee football.
I am too.
Yeah, we're joking about Georgia State. Don't want anybody listening. Oh man, those guys are just Debbie Downers about Tennessee football. No, we're excited about Tennessee football, and I don't care who they're playing. Anytime you see the orange and the white with the Power T on the helmet, I don't care who they're playing. First game of the season, I'm going to be excited. Yeah. I'm excited for tomorrow's game for sure. It should be a blowout. Should be a beatdown. I'm glad we have this game scheduled this year rather than at West Virginia. We need to go ahead and get this win, be 1-0. Next week you have a tougher test, but you should beat that team, and then you'll be 3-0 because I don't know who we play next after that. UTC,
correct?
Oh man, that's gonna be a disrespectful week there. And then the fourth game of the season, you have Florida. So I'm excited for Tennessee football. You only have a few opportunities, 13 guaranteed opportunities to go out there and play your butt off. 12 guaranteed opportunities to go out there and play your butt off. And hopefully you get 13. Hopefully you get 14
or 15.
Stop. Don't get carried away here. You're guaranteed to get 12. We should get 13 with a bowl game. If the ball bounces your way and you're super lucky and you pray to your Lord and Savior every single day,
you might get 14.
And 4 times on Sunday, you might get 14.
But then if the ball really bounces your way and you go to every service on Sunday and pray 4 times each hour on Sunday, you may get a 15th game.
It still won't work. Sorry. It ain't going to happen, man. You ain't getting 15 games this year. But every opportunity, man, we got to cherish it because here in a couple months, we're going to be looking around going, where's football? I miss college football.
Yep.
Only 210 days before the first game. I mean, so we cherish every single game. Absolutely.
I can't wait to see the T open up. I get chills every single time. It doesn't matter how bad Tennessee is. 4-8 season. That LSU game at the end of November.
You can hide your orange.
Chills.
You can hide your orange in the press box, but you can't hide your goosebumps.
That's true.
You better wear long sleeves, buddy.
Yeah, D'Arval says you better be careful about trash talk. Remember Sister Jean? And I'll point out Appetizer State as well.
That's true. That ain't my fault. I ain't playing the game. It ain't my fault at all. For Ben McKee, I am Jason Swain. Hope you have a great weekend. Monday morning, we'll be live at Beatty Chevrolet. Talk about this W that Tennessee is going to get versus Georgia State. Swain Events fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Hour 3 was powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Have a great weekend. Peace and love. We are out.
At work, can't call in?